Hey guys.
So,
I remember our
last
last.
we played, you had left Stumpfield, and you had like a cooperative art festival. There was a four-legged thing made of rope and wicker. The artist built it together in the village square. You guys all contributed to it too. Urk Oilfingers and Jet Saldath are the leaders of that particular village, and um, uh, Jet gave you some festival food, and you also gave you a wind chime anklet, which is like some copper wire and painted clay bells that's made by the people that live there, that can help you out in payment for getting them off the hook with the nearby farming village of Fernsby, who accused them of burning or digging up their town green. It wasn't them at all. It was goblin snakes the whole time. And so you left with that and made your way towards Umok, and met a traveler on the road, as you often do, to spread the good word of the rebellion. And this one gave you a folded paper crane. Um, and they said something that kind of alluded to the fact that they knew that the Phoenix was returning, or coming to Isger, and then left on their way, which was obviously meant for Min, who wasn't even here to receive it. So sad.
Tell the Phoenix I am in Serengello.
Yes. And the road to Umok kind of goes along the edge of Chitterwood, and climbed into the foothills of the Asphodels. The forest starts to get a little thin, and instead of oak trees, it starts to get into pine trees, and the air gets a little drier and colder. And you found a sign that said that you were entering the Umok fire-free zone and to extinguish all flames. And there were animals that seemed to be watching you. In particular, there was a deer, and it continually kind of fled from you as you made your way towards Umok. The signs are, charmingly made, but very serious. And every 100 or so feet, there was another warning to, extinguish torches and don't bring any fire under pain of being essentially like excommunicated from the town of Umok. And there were rabbits watching you. There was a grumpy badger on the road. There was an owl kind of watching from overhead, but the animals seemed to let you go. And you came into Umok in what looks like late afternoon. And Umok is a quaint village that's clustered up. It's all cottages, and they have rounded, peaked roofs. They almost look like mushrooms, and they're all tucked between the woods and the hills. And then above each street corner, instead of street lamps, they have these orbs of light that twinkle in different colors, and they kind of float around. There's some lanterns kind of hanging from the buildings, but inside of them, there's alchemical things or fireflies or something. But there's no actual fire anywhere, and lots of gnomes waving from their porches, and some deer ambling about, and on every other step or so, there's an Isgari boarhound, which is this very tall and broad-chested
Great Dane.
dog
The Great Dane.
that seems particularly lazy, and watched you all kind of arrive one by one. Not sure what to make of you.
Can confirm Great
Um,
Danes are lazy.
the town inn, for the name of it, I gave it a weird name, but there's like an inn that you were kind of gestured towards near the center of
Lit
town.
lantern.
The lit lantern, that's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
The lit lantern. Mela, the gnome, greeted us and told us about it.
Yeah, Mela First Chime, 80 years old or so, she kind of gestured you into town, and just as you were about to settle down and order some cider and kind of ask some people about what's going on here, you heard some drama happening outside, and there was the smell of smoke, and there was a goblin that was running down the main drag towards the inn and kind of collapsed about 50 feet from it. And she appeared to be on fire, and as she hit the ground, the fire kind of smoldered out into coals. She is particularly messed up. In fact, I have a picture of her.
Not anymore. She's
we-
not.
No, that's right. Yeah, she's looking a little better. At least not actively on fire. Not.
Yeah. What was her name again? It was. Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah, she was
Right.
a whole, like, when you showed the picture, she was like a whole metric of fucked up more than I was expecting.
This is what
Yes.
happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
goblin
that
came
was
running into
bad.
town. And she kind of collapsed onto the ground. Female goblin, rather young looking, and as soon as that happened, the gnome started gathering around. You guys obviously healed her and saved her life. And this old gnome, which is posted in chat there, approached and said that his name was Eoin Marblemug, captain of the guard. And he's asking what's going on here, and I think that's pretty much where we stopped. Is that about right? Did I miss anything major there?
No, that looks about right. What was her name
Sounds
again?
better to me.
The
Oh.
goblin on fire.
Grizzo.
Grizzo,
Grizzo.
yeah. And so we'll head back into there. I suppose we'll just use it. We don't have a map for the village. We'll just use this one. And in the silly and strange village of Umok, the very serious Eoin Marblemug comes out as you guys are healing up this goblin. And he says, "Well, what's all this? I'm grateful for the assistance, but this one's got to go."
I mean, that would make sense based on your laws, but we should find out first if this particular person was a victim of this or the perpetrator of this, because maybe somebody else would need to go instead.
The gnomes are all gathered around. Some of them nod, some of them shake their heads, and a couple of them are like, "A goblin in Umok? That's simply unheard of. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. It's on fire. Get rid of it."
It's no longer on fire. We've taken care of that, and you can obviously see it's needing help. Don't you want to help?
Yes, of course, but she or it brought fire into Umok, well past the ban line. Our laws are quite clear. She must be banished immediately.
Well, your
What
rules
does the
pertain
law
to.
say about someone being someone that is set on fire?
Yes,
You can't be so
excellent.
strict.
That's exactly what I would say. Is I think there's a clear difference between bringing in fire because you want to versus bringing it because you're actually on fire.
So I have a thought. Maybe instead of us assuming what happened, we can let this
Ask.
goblin speak for themselves and let us know what happened.
That seems
She-
like the most sensible course of action.
She regains consciousness after the magical healing you give her, but she just appears to be like a blubbering mess, and she's quite scared. It's hard to get a sentence out of her. Anyone who wants to can try to calm her down.
Yeah, sure. What would that
Oh,
be?
diplomacy. Oh, boy.
Normally,
Oh,
normally I'd
diplomacy.
leave that to Min, but I'm worried that Min might catch on fire talking to somebody too.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Yep, Min caught on fire. Damn it, we're all gonna die.
It's a fail, unfortunately.
I got one
You
of
jinxed
these.
it.
She keeps blubbering.
Hold on a second. Nope, I'm
Oof.
destined to be.
Oh
No, this thing is on.
The number 8.
Inconceivable.
No.
Min doesn't seem to do a particularly good job. Grizzo's eyes just widen at her, and she just keeps saying, "Fire, fire!"
Probably like used to fires. I'm like, fire's not that bad. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay. It's just a little hot.
Well,
Like not saying any of the right words.
obviously, then the goblin won't speak for themselves. Maybe we should backtrack and. But we saw where the goblin came out, right? Maybe we could go see if there's something in there that might have caused it, or if there's still a fire going on in there, we should go check that immediately.
try a
I'll,
medicine check to calm her down more?
I'll start walking towards where I saw her running in from, or running out from.
Sure, you can give her some morphine or something, get her to settle down.
Chew on this root. You'll feel better.
Oh
Ooh.
shit. Starts chewing on it, and you see that her muscles start to relax a little bit, and it looks like she's probably gonna
Yes.
like either pass out or like go to sleep, but she does mutter something over and over that does kind of escape the blubbering, and she just keeps saying, "Fire dog, fire dog."
Why your dog, you say?
Was she attacked? She might have been
Hmm.
attacked by a hellhound. I'm gonna religion the check the fire dog.
You can go ahead and do a recall knowledge on fire dog.
Excellent.
There's quite a
Yes,
few creatures that might fit that description,
that
but
is true.
Be curious too.
I guess give it a
See what
shot
I
and
might be trying to.
try to figure out if there's anything dealing with fire dogs in the Chitterwood area.
If I
well, none of you would know anything about any
check,
creatures in Chitterwood that would fit the description of a fire dog. I mean, the goblins themselves are quite fond of fires, but they don't have fire dogs. Still,
See
it's
something
likely
with
from what
fire.
she says that she didn't actually set the fire. And if there is a fire dog in Chitterwood, it shouldn't be too hard to track down.
So pass that information on to uh, Yoan Marble
Rumplefuss.
Mugged. Say, hey, you wouldn't know anything of like fire dogs around here because this goblin's talking about fire dogs.
Well, these are very strange times, and since the war, there's been all sorts of strange people wandering the woods. I suppose it is possible, however unlikely, that this goblin did not set herself on fire and try to bring our village into ruin. Hmm. Tell you what, she can stay at the town doctor as long as you can prove that she is not responsible for violating our laws willingly.
Excellent. We'll
Oh, she
go
didn't
to
come in
the.
from any door. She came running down from Chitterwood.
Oh, that's a okay.
Then I guess our best chance is to hunt down these fire dogs.
Yeah, seems like it.
Well, it's very
So
likely
if
a
we bring
trail
back
of
proof that these fire
revenge.
dogs exist, would that be enough?
That would be sufficient, of course. We can hardly blame someone for being assaulted by someone else.
Excellent. I gotta imagine to a degree her tracks are a little bit easier to follow, at least in the direction of where she came because she was on fire.
Oh yeah, that's probably likely. Yeah.
I just look at
Oh yeah.
the set of tracks. Well, it looks like we should probably.
Yes, yes. In my expert opinion, yep.
No time like the present. Time to find ourselves a fire dog.
Oh, in Goblin, I lean over to Grisso. They're gonna keep you safe. Just listen to what they need. They'll keep you safe. We're gonna see if we can find these fire dogs.
Watch out for the fire dogs.
I'm
Yes.
going to, before we leave, I'm gonna hand her my minor healing potion, just in case she gets kicked out for no reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's for
fair enough.
emergencies, in case they don't stick to their word.
all right, then off you go to follow the tracks, which is not particularly hard to do. But who's leading the effort of tracking exactly where she came from?
I
Who's
will
our
do that as the
servant?
druid, I
Would
suppose.
be the purview of survival for sure.
Well, I'm probably pretty bad at it, but I am about 2 minutes ahead of the party, so I should probably start trying that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Where did Varen go?
Oh, that
All
was
right, then you can
not.
go ahead and do survival rolls. Let's see. Stormgrove definitely immediately picks up a trail, as does Varen,
Oh, yay.
Oh,
I
look,
rolled
it's
high.
Varen.
Ooh.
as does Secret Varen. Well, Secret Varen did
Oh.
not.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no, I meant to roll that secret. I was trying to do the control thing. It just popped up.
No, you're good. Is track even a secret roll? No, it's open.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, because you would obviously know if you found a track or not. So, okay, so everybody picks up the trail pretty easily. There's a mix of like heavy boot prints and like her footwear literally started to melt as she ran. So there's like
Nice.
chunks of like just awful smelling bits of badly put together leather and bindings and stuff. And sometimes there's the occasional little bit of underbrush that's scorched and. There's just this awful smell of burning flesh that you can follow for quite some distance. And this will probably take about a half hour, which
Probably
means it
clumps
starts
of
to get into
goblin
the
too.
evening. When you find a section of Chitterwood that certainly looks like it has seen some fires. Let me start to move you to another map here.
It looks a little burnt, crispy. Just
It's
a
a
little
little
crispy.
burnt, yeah.
Just a little bit. Yes.
So once you come upon here, you definitely smell the smoke before you see it, and the smoke is still smoldering on the ground here. It's very oily and kind of sweet, and then you can see a bit of a column reaching up to the canopy. It's kind of pale gray, and there's definitely a fire burning somewhere nearby. And following that, you come upon this section of Chitterwood, which is actively, even though the map doesn't show, let me put a little fire here, actively burning and threatening to spread to nearby Chitterwood.
Hey, how was I supposed to mount up on Thorn on the token again?
I think you like target it and hit like U or M or N or G or something. I can forget there's a hotkey for it, but
I think it was M.
it was like M or N. Yeah, M for mount, N for
Yeah, because I
dismount.
remember it being like, oh yeah, that's for.
Is rideable even on? Let me just make sure it's on. Ride. Oh, it's off. That's why. Whoops.
Ah,
Let me fix that.
I'm gonna do it.
Version 14 kicked it off, I guess.
No.
Rideable. Enable. Save. Okay. Quick reload, then you should be able to mount. So at this point, the fire is spreading. It's not like a wall of flame yet, but it's fire is pretty much alive, and it's about 30 yards wide, and it's working through all the dry brush and undergrowth, and it's threatening to spread to the greater Chitterwood. Something obviously set this fire, but it's too big for any one person to contain the entire thing all at once. And you have a chance to stop it before it engulfs the forest, but you'd have to act quickly.
Am I not seeing the fire? I know you said you placed it, but I don't see anything.
I was waiting until the reload.
Oh, okay.
I can set it more on fire.
There we go.
Ah,
There.
We've got some fires here and here and here.
Oh, look,
and
now he's going nuts with fire.
all over the place.
I shouldn't have said anything.
he would
And
have
so
forgotten.
this is more of a victory point challenge than something that really requires a battle map. Just assume that the fires are spreading to the north and the east and the west, just kind of outside of this map as well. What do you guys want to do to solve the fire problem?
I'm going to
roll.
kick dirt on it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm
Kick
gonna
rocks,
send
Nate.
Hush out because he's an aerial elemental. His attack is called Gust. I figure that'll do something. Try and
Gust might
blow them
work,
out.
yeah. If you want to kick some dirt on it or like take a trench or something, you can do athletics or survival or nature to represent you going out for, 10, 15 minutes to try to throw a bunch of dirt on things.
Can't you guys
Yeah.
eat fire?
Oh yeah,
That's right, we do. I forgot about that. That's
I
even
have
better.
that. That's better.
That
Yeah,
is
one
even
negative speed.
better. I'm just going to walk up to there and belch some fire.
Yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll
That's
also
not
send the bird
quite
out
how that
too. I mean, do
spell
I make an attack
works.
So I'm
roll?
just going to go step in
Or
the fire and that's tasty.
You're gonna eat the fire.
I'm going to eat the fire.
That would be an automatic success on a victory point, I would say then. So the way
I'll
this
do
works is the
that.
fire has a certain like victory point HP, and then every action you guys do kind of lowers it. And then by the end of the round, if you haven't put it out yet, it threatens to spread to nearby areas. So we'll say that using Eat Fire is an automatic success. Stormcrow, if you want to use your bird for something, it's some kind of skill check you got to roll. So unless you have something that's like a spell or something that you expend, that would automatically have it. Something with the
Well, I
water
also have
trade,
Eat
maybe.
Fire. I could just use
Eat
Eat
Fire can
Fire. I don't
work.
know if I
Yep.
can do that
For
and use
for
the
those of
bird, or if
you
it just be one or the other.
watching along at home, the
Probably just the
actual
one.
rule is
All right,
for
then I'll do the
the
same thing.
Okay.
Just
Imagine your
walk
birds
through
out
and
doing what they
for the
can,
to
but
get a
Eat
point, you
Fire
have to
is
expend a
obviously
resource.
the
Heat fire
Look
is
over
a
at
0 level
Stormcrow. This is
cantrip,
becoming
so
regular
it
for
shouldn't
us.
do that.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. It tastes interesting.
Spicy.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
you gotta flavor each fire you're eating
Yeah.
to know what each
Yeah.
region tastes like.
what's Min doing as the forest fire is like spread out over, a couple 100 feet.
Can I have a smoke bomb on one to try to like dissipate the oxygen to put it out?
Sure.
Cool. Smoke bomb.
Choke
Wonder
out
where
some of
those
the fire. I'd
batteries
say
are.
that's a success. Why not? You're expending something useful. What about Liam? What are you doing for the fire, if anything?
I heard the nature check. I'm going to be doing that, so I think it'll be probably look kind of like uh trying to like maybe just dig out a trench or like and cut it and keep everything away that can spread it.
Sure, yeah, you can roll nature, kind of representing your ability to know how to fight
There we go.
fires and prevent them from spreading. 27 is a critical success. Damn, that's 2
Nice.
points.
Just
What about Varen and Thorn?
Well, Varen and Thorn notice that everybody else seems to have this fire thing under control, so I'm going to try to prevent more fire from spreading by running around this area and trying to find the thing that lit the fires to begin with.
Sure. You can do a seek check if you want.
I assume that's just a regular perception. I don't have to actually click a big thing.
Yeah. You start riding around the area of the fire. You very quickly do find what seems to be responsible. In two of the large infernos in the middle of this glade, you can actually see some creatures that appear to be made of the fire itself. Um, and as they move, the fire spreads along. They're very hard to see given the inferno, but they are no doubt fire dogs. Let me put them here.
On alert, team! The culprits are here.
And once you spot those, I imagine you intend to engage them, and so we will go into initiative and put the greater firefighting off until later.
These aren't considered
Oh yeah.
devils, are they?
Oh yeah, do I roll with nature because the last check I did was nature because I'm putting out the fire?
Good. Should be able to.
Yep, that's fine. Yep. They are not considered devils now.
Damn it. Well, that's
I'm
too
actually
bad.
going to just roll as normal because it's the same. Both is a +8, so it doesn't really matter.
The fire dogs. They definitely see you. Okay, I'll give Varen a bonus because he's going around riding, so I'll put him at 20. All right, so Stormcrow. You hear Varen call out from horseback, and through all the smoldering fire of the forest, he seems to have alerted you to the center of this like charred out looking grove area.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
They're currently 65 feet away from me. I think for now, Hush has a good fly speed, so I'll keep
I was
them
gonna say,
there
can we
until it
position
survey
ourselves since we
things.
were actually out putting the fires?
Well, it's assumed that you're kind of like somewhere between like 100 to 200 feet away from this,
Cool.
so just assume that
Okay.
as Varen calls you, you
That'll
kind of
work.
come up to the grove. So
This is the
Sounds
second
good.
glade.
All right, I'm just out of range for what I think would probably be a decent spell, so well, yeah. I will just move over here. That looks good. And then I see this one over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast a briny bolt on them.
a briny bolt.
Be brined. Big brine.
Oh, a hit.
You do hit it. Three damage, and it is blinded for 1 round.
Nice.
Big grind.
3 damage. All right. Well, no weakness to water, but that is good to know. Figure they would have it.
Varen.
Well, they might.
All right, I will give the horse 2 actions.
With bludgeoning damage, never mind.
I'll spend 1 action to have him run over here. I will take an attack. I will shielding taunt, and then I will have the horse use another action to run away. All right, I'll take it.
That's a hit. Six.
I don't have. Oh, there we go.
All right. The dog in the back at this point, I think, is going to leap towards. Oh, it can't quite close that distance.
That was the plan.
I think it will delay then.
Smart
Liam.
fire dog.
Liam's gonna move here, and I think first gonna start off this time with a ye old benediction. He's gonna just start praying, and a large radius will appear, and everyone within will get a +1 to their armor.
Love that spell. So I think it's going to be a lot of fire breathing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
No,
Okay.
it'll stay within
hopefully
the
they can only
circle. It will protect you.
hopefully they can once breathe fire
This
every like
one
4
is
rounds.
blinded, so I think it's going to actually retreat here. This is difficult terrain for him because he is blinded. And
Sweet.
then it's just going to like you see it kind of like pawing at its face to try to see once again. Essentially, waste its turn. And now it's no longer blind.
Nice.
Min.
Alright, let's try summoning a new boy. Visual cast.
Ooh.
A new
Let's see.
boy.
5, 10, There's 30.
A new hand touches the beacon.
Big Jack. All right, what do you do? I know you have a range attack. How far can it shoot though?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, so he does have to get a bit closer.
Damn, I was right.
Yeah, or just take
It
the
was
shot at
right there in
range.
chat.
Did say stay in the circle, so he'll hang out there and see if he can't make this shot. Oh, everything's lagging a little bit.
That's it.
Oh, hey, nice.
Ooh, ah, ah, ah.
Jesus.
Dang, sounds like it's
That's
got
a
indigestion.
big
I
noise.
think the noise was set to the wrong thing there. There we go.
There's the list.
A loud groan.
All right, so yeah, it'll spawn up a little animated shrubbery that'll just shoot needles over
A
at the dog,
shrubbery?
and it'll be Min's turn.
Okay, I think this thing will come in at this point. And it will come to here with one action. Second
No.
action is going to use a Hellfire Breath and a 15-foot cone, which will get 3 of you.
That does make sense.
It's going to be 7 fire damage on a reflex for the 3 of you.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Oh,
Do you have to say whether you're going to eat fire before or after you roll the saving throw? Does it matter?
oh,
It's a reflex.
8 fire is the triggers you would take damage, so you know before you take the damage if you would have succeeded or not.
I don't see where to make the roll. Oh, there it is.
oh.
There's a
On the
little dice
dice,
icon
there's a
next to your
little
name
signal
and
icon.
yeah.
So wait,
Wow,
is it
Brig Jack is weak to fire. Poor
is it
little
too
guy.
late to use eat fire or not? Wait, sorry.
No, you can undo your 3
Okay.
damage and use eat fire. Because
Okay.
the trigger you would take fire damage, so you don't actually do eat fire until you know you didn't crit succeed. Since you
Okay.
wasted a spell, right? So
Such a good cantrip.
so Liam, you take full damage.
Well, I was
Nice.
about
Yeah,
to
I'm willing to
re-roll
use this.
that.
Oh, you can reroll it, yeah.
Yeah.
You can just click the roll you just did, the little 16.
I mean,
Oh, I
full
see.
damage
There
is
we go.
7.
This
It
is
should be a
really
reroll
not.
using hero
Worth
point.
re-rolling that.
Yep.
Either way, as you guys resolve that, the dog is going to run right back to where it was.
Oh, thank God. It worked.
As their Hellfire Breath is only 1 action, though it does put it on cooldown.
Right.
Yeah,
Shield.
nice. You only take half. Nice.
Yeah.
Notaris.
Shield, arcane stance, and then I'm gonna move forward my 30. And that's it.
I'm pretty sure he gets more than 30 feet when he's in arcane stance.
Storm Crow.
All right. Oh, I don't. Okay, I am going to use, since I was able to use eat fire, I'm going to use the action to do the belch smoke. Oh wait, so it's creating a smoke cloud in a 5-foot burst within 20 feet. I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it like centered here, so that I don't
5
I
foot because
don't
he's
want to
armored.
conceal,
Okay.
because I'm sure if I'm in a concealment, it's hard to see out of it, right? Just making sure I know the interaction. Or is it just seeing into a concealed area in this case?
Sorry, for what?
For
Need help?
if I do the belch smoke, it creates a concealed area, but that would make my allies have difficulty seeing outside of it, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So then I would probably just want to center it here, so I'm the only one in there, just because I have the smoke blending. Oh wait, do you get reactions back at the end of your turn or the
At the
beginning?
start.
Okay, so I can use smoke blending. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a reaction if I'm hit. So if I am already concealed, so I want to conceal myself essentially. So I'm just going to use the belch smoke and center it here as a 5-foot burst because it's within 20 feet.
Sure.
And then
We
I don't think this would count as a weather effect because I do have the storm born. Is that the term? Yeah, but this specifically,
Probably a bit too localized to be
yeah,
calling it weather, but yeah.
yeah, I didn't think so. But that's just yeah. But at the very least, if someone tries to hit me, then I can use the benefit of that. Okay, and then I'll probably then have to use for commanding a companion. You can only use that once a turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just. How
Yes.
far is Hush away from either of these guys? Where are they in there? One of them moved. Oh, no, sorry. I cannot. Why can't I see them all of a sudden?
Did they move on the map? Because for me, it looks like they didn't move.
Oh, I see one down.
Uh,
Okay, they're on top of the fire. I see now.
One
That's why I
they're
lost
both
track of
down
them.
one did run
here,
up and then run
Okay.
back.
and one's
Oh,
over
All
here.
right,
okay.
Yeah.
so
Okay, yeah. All right.
I think I'll command Hush to move. I don't want him to get too close because he'll be the only one there, but I'll get him at least so he's. How far is he away from them then? If it's 45, he is 40 feet. That's good. Oh, I'll keep him here for now. Them here for now, and then won't use the other action, and then I'll stay here so I'm concealed. But I do want to see if. Do I need to make a flat check to recall knowledge? I'm guessing on the if I'm concealed or within a concealed area.
Well,
Or
if
is
you
it
busted
just for
smoke, then
attacks?
you're definitely concealed, right?
Yeah, and seeing out of that would count for recall knowledge, right?
Well, but you also
If I,
saw them earlier, so you could do it off of memory, I
Yeah,
would
you
think.
you don't
that's
need
true.
to.
Yeah.
Once you
No.
see
Yeah.
them once, you know what you're trying to remember
You're
things
right.
about. So yeah.
Then I'll do that as my last action because I'm just curious.
These are definitely dogs that are on fire, but you have no idea how this abhorrent thing of nature could ever exist.
Okay. Oh God, it's a
He let it spill. It's
crime
nature.
against nature.
It's a hot dog.
you,
It's a hot
you
All
are
dog.
right.
untrained in all the skills that are relevant, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, Nate,
All
you're
right.
fired.
All right.
On one
I'm
hand, a
just-
guardian is all about reactions and having taunt up, but on the other hand, this is really dumb of me to take a turn right now, so I'm going to delay.
Okay.
Close that.
Just yell at me when you want to come back in, or if you know where you want to come back in, I'll just move you.
I assume it'll be after the first fire dog, but I have to see what it does first.
Okay, I'll move you down to there for now then. Liam.
Alrighty. I'm gonna throw up a bless. And
Milani,
Jeez.
bless us.
I think I will use my remaining action to extend benediction.
There you go. Perfect answer. Perfect answer.
And that is my turn.
Hey, fire dog, fire dog.
Cool.
Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, Hush. Hush is along the ground? Goodness. Let's see.
Yeah. Also, I just noticed that I made him my main token. Is there a way to undo that? I don't know how I did that.
Did
'Cause
you?
now I was like, I can't see any of my effects. It's like, oh,
Oh,
because
just
he
drag a
doesn't have
box
any.
somewhere in open space and then re-click Stormcrow.
Well, I meant like down at the bottom left, it's his icon showing instead of mine.
Oh,
Oh,
there's a
It's
button there for
focused.
that. I don't use that UI, but there's some way to release your
Oh
respective
yeah.
token.
if you go
There
to
we
your
go.
name on the
Right
bottom
click
left
user
and right click,
configuration.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you though. Okay.
Okay. Dog, dog, dog. I think it will. You know what? Let's have it run along this way and bite at the sprig jack. It's really concealed in that smoke there. But
Ooh.
it misses because of benediction of all things.
benediction for the win. Good job.
Let me just put it here so you guys can actually see it. It doesn't really matter, but it tried. It took
All
2
right.
actions to get up there, so that's all it can do.
All right, yeah, so I will come out of delay now.
That's incredible.
Well, unfortunately, I have to take 2 moves on the horse to get there, but I will raise the shield with shielding taunt on the same guy and then make an attack when I get there. Where's the raise? Oh, I have to change the grip. Okay. I'll do that in a second. Oof.
Nice.
Ooh.
Bless did it.
Ah, yes.
7 damage as you spear through it.
Wondering why it won't let me raise my shield, but I'll figure it out while somebody else is taking a turn.
Probably because we moved your initiative around or something. Man.
That was the thing. I'm going to move here and battle medicine Liam. I'm going to use assurance so we can guarantee this works.
Oh, it's because I was on the wrong character.
Hey, Varen,
Oh,
what
right. It's
square
got
do
that
you
thing where you have to
threaten?
roll a dice.
I
And then
threaten
this one,
every
yes, it's
square
got
within
dice.
2 squares of me.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I don't think it's going to matter.
Little
It didn't
Sprig
roll
Jack got a
again.
crit.
Getting
What is with
back.
my minions
Revenge.
and critting for so little? Hold on, I'm just
Well,
gonna
4
roll.
or something. 4 is certainly something.
Ignore that. I was trying to get the battle medicine to go through. That did not work.
I didn't even see a battle medicine roll.
Did not go.
A coin flip.
Yeah,
Yeah, hit the
there's no
buttons
roll
and
in
it went
chat for
through.
battle medicine.
All right, well, let me continue the second attack just to get that out of the way.
Oof.
Nope, that's a little off. All right, let's
Womp
try this
womp.
again. Battle medicine. Use selected action. Nope, it does not want to.
Was it busted?
I think it might be busted.
Okay, let me do delete.
Yes, I would
Might
flank
be
to
a
right
new
there.
macro. Something might have changed in version 14. Treat wounds, battle medicine. Let me just make sure this works on my end. It brings up a menu, so I'm guessing this works.
Well, it
Configure.
gave me a menu each time, but I tried clicking it. Maybe if I don't use assurance.
Try this.
Use assurance. Nope. Without assurance? Okay, assurance isn't working.
Assurance just busts it.
Okay, so that's what the problem is.
Great. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, I moved, healed, and channeled the Spike Jack to swing twice. That will be my full actions.
Liam looks completely healthy.
Slap a band-aid on it.
Yeah, you do have assurance
like
medicine. Weird. Okay. This doggy is out of fire breath, but that's okay. It will run up to Nateris and do a bite. Goodness gracious. It misses, and then it will flee to here. Nateris.
All right. What I'm trying to, Varen, does he threaten this square here or this square here,
Well, so I
or
threaten.
just?
I
So I'm trying to
threaten.
figure out where I can flank.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I
have
can
to
hear you.
be-
Okay, so I
You're a
threaten every single square within 2 of me, but the only one that would actually provide a
Oh yeah,
flank
this might work.
would be right there because of the way I'm set up.
I think this one might work as well because you're on a large creature, but
Well,
Well, that's
yeah,
what I was trying
that's
to think of.
yeah. I mean, it depends on how angles work, but the only one that I know 100% for sure would be the southwest square.
Because the
Because
bless is in that circle, right? If I go down here, I don't get the bless.
I mean, you can go here and I'll say you're flanking. It's fine, even if
Okay,
it doesn't
that's
tell you.
exactly what I wanted to do. So there, then I'm going to do a spell strike.
oh, did that other dog run away? Spell strike while he's at death's door. Oh yeah, wow, he's way over there.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Just kill him. It's easy.
Critical hit. Let's go. Just kill him. It's easy.
Yeah.
It was at death's door, so I would hope that a Even a non-spell strike crit would have killed him.
Yeah.
Yep, even the strike without the spell is enough to destroy
Yep.
this thing.
With a crit for sure. All right, that's it.
And as it lands on the ground, it's just this emaciated looking dog in the smoldering fire, and it goes out, and you can see it's got no fur. It's just kind of black muscle that's pulled
Put
real
out the
tight over a
flame.
muscular frame.
Wait, you did that with an unarmed attack?
No, it was a gouging claw.
Well, no, that
Yeah.
was the spell
Probably
strike
the weapon
part,
you were
but
using was your fist or a
Yep.
kick
Yeah.
or something.
I don't even think he can do that. I don't think that's within the
Stormcrow.
rules.
Oh, so I thought I placed the the smoke cloud here, but didn't place it. It should be a 5-foot burst from there. Because
Sure. Here's a.
it'll still be concealed, so I
Oh, this
think
is burp. There you go.
yeah, it stays for a minute, so I might as well track where it is. I still can't see anything. I don't know. Because my oh, there we go. Thank you. My plan was then to just move out of it
Oh,
because
with
I
weapon
don't
or
want to
unarmed
make the
attack.
flash
Great.
check to hit that other thing.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll just move it. These things don't seem like they're gonna hurt us too much, so I'm not as worried now. I will just get out over here and use frostbite on it. Roll the damage, then it can make the fort save. Okay, damage, not bad. Pretty good.
5 damage. It doesn't seem to like this. It tries very hard to dodge out of the way of it. And the reason for that is it is weak.
Nice. Well, that's good to know for sure. Yeah, I thought Briny Bolt was like water. It's tagged water, but it's bludgeoning damage, so. But anyway, yeah, so that's all I'm gonna do on my turn. Hush can stay there. Maybe he'll draw some fire, we'll see.
All right, Liam.
All right. I am. Let's see. It is how far away? Oh, 50 feet away.
Frostbite is the answer.
That's within the range of
He can't do
violence.
frostbite, but
Violence
It's like a
range.
great name
Violent
for a
range.
band.
oof.
Oh, the laser goes out, but gets lost in the faux smoke. It is a miss.
Inept violence.
And in that case, I will push out.
Yeah.
Bless. I'll sustain bless and
Oh.
push it out another.
Sure.
And that's my turn.
Wow, back to me
There.
already?
Yes, sir. Don't muck about here.
All right. Well, this will come as no surprise since it's the same thing I do every turn.
Command an animal, taunt, or shielding taunt and strike.
Yep.
Is a hit. Barely, but it is a hit. 9 more. Men.
All right, let's see if we can finish this one.
Somehow the Sprig Jack is alive.
I mean, it's gotta try to. Actually, no, I gotta try to weaken it first so the Sprig Jack can get the kill. That's what I have to do.
Exactly.
Oh shit, what was that? Slashing Gust.
2d4. Average.
You provide more fuel to the fire dog, and it grows bigger and gets stronger.
I mean, maybe that's the bet we take to make this encounter funnier.
Its cheeks are
Alright, and then we
flapping.
take just like ridiculous range penalties.
I mean, that's just what air
But-
does to fire.
Still hits. It's only a -2. His splinter
I
must go
figured
pretty
it'd be another
far.
-4. Yeah, 30 feet's making. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's in his second increment.
He's the second attack that always misses. All right, so yeah, just launching projectiles in that general direction.
Okay. He still can't breathe fire, huh? Well, let's try to come down here and bite the horse. Or Varen. I forget how it
No.
works.
Well, you make the choice.
You
Those are both valid
monster!
targets.
You
Isn't
cold-hearted
there like
DM.
something about mounted combat where maybe it's a feat where you can like, if a thing targets your horse, it targets you instead. I forget how it works, but
Yeah, there's definitely a thing. I don't remember where, and I
Yeah,
feel like it's a cavalier feat.
I'm pretty sure there's a feat where I can either boost my horse's armor class or
oof.
take the damage for it or something. But
That might be a level 4 one.
I will intercept this attack anyway.
Yeah.
Sure.
These-
So you take the
Well,
third
yeah,
hit.
that didn't work right.
And then it will once again back up. 'Cause it's gonna go under this tree near Hush over here.
Oh.
There
you
we go.
There we go.
The terrace. It's under a tree.
right. This time I'm going to draw my sword. I'm going to move forward my 30, and then I'm going to do
Oh, yeah.
dimensional assault. Which
Yeah.
to go on the opposite side of him. And that gives me a strike.
Nice
And a
hit.
hit.
Oh, minimum
Not
damage.
much damage, minimal damage. But hey, I'm recharged.
You are. And that's it.
And that's it. Yep.
Stormcrow.
All
Coming to
right.
eat Hutch.
Sure is. Well, I mean, that was kind of it. Now I can have Hush attack 2 times with this command. So let's see what it can do with that. All right. Strike. A hit. One.
Just
Bird.
chipping away at this fire dog.
A little bit. And then I'll just attack again at Matt. Oh, there we go.
Used Gust
Nice.
like a
There you
Pidgey.
go.
Yeah. Just both wings. That's a little
Ooh.
better. Double swipe.
Nearly dead
It's
now.
still up. Well, let's see if this frostbite can't finish it off.
Oh, now we're finally doing a frostbite.
Burn him into an icicle.
Should have started with that.
Should do if he
Hmm.
doesn't crit succeed, I think.
Yay!
Ooh, that
He
definitely
does
doesn't look like
not,
it.
and so he is
Nice.
frozen solid. And with that, these beasts
Victory!
are dead.
Yes.
Bum bum bum.
Out of curiosity, can you hit the fire with your frostbite?
That's a good question. I mean, is it better than eat fire? I
You
guess I don't have to walk
certainly
up to it.
can start putting out the fires. The rest of them, anyways. We'll say that you guys take whatever time you need. Not the fire dogs are not. They're spreading it. Putting the rest of the fire out is relatively simple.
Sweet. Excuse me, guys, but I don't know if you noticed that, but we had a fight where I didn't go unconscious. Now, would one of you be so kind as to help me prevent going unconscious the next time we get in a fight by healing me now? I'd appreciate it.
Yes, of course,
Gotcha.
of course.
Yeah, we can all heal you. We all lots of
Uh,
battle medicine or lots of tree wounds here.
Like the 3 rounds of battle medicine begin.
No. Oh, by the way, I did find out the horrible flaw in this coding that wouldn't let me raise a shield. It's because horses don't have hands to raise shields.
Ah,
Of
I needed
course.
to click on the person with opposable thumbs.
Hmm.
That would make sense.
Well,
Min, what are you doing?
Why
Oh,
can't use
no.
assurance? It's not working. The magic of this world doesn't function correctly anymore.
Well, then you can remember how much HP you heal with assurance and just roll it directly.
I think it's just
Uh,
a 2d8.
Are
that
you using
passes.
the battle medicine macro thing? I'm pretty sure it has an assurance option.
It just doesn't
Yeah,
work
like,
for him when
it
he
just
puts
doesn't
it.
work. That's why
Oh.
I found out in the middle of the fight.
Yeah.
So it's a DC 15, right? So
Yeah, so that should be 2d8, which will probably be enough.
Treat wounds is what you want to do, Liam, but yeah, DC 15.
yeah, for some reason. Oh, I see. I see. So I guess 8.
He's healed for 8.
Well, I healed for 5,
Mhm.
but that was just 1d8, right? So you would need to roll another one.
No, I
He
rolled.
rolled-
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
just doing
I see it up there
I
above
just
there.
rolled them separately, yeah.
Yeah, I accidentally rolled them separately.
If we spend another 10 minutes with assurance, that'll heal you more. So because it depends how long we want to wait into the evening.
Well, if we wait an
Yeah.
hour, then I would get
Mhm.
double that automatically just from the basic medicine roll. So.
Sure.
And I mean, we don't really care about Grizzlo that much that another 50 minutes is going to matter, right?
Yes, I think
Probably not.
now that the situation's at hand, we can take a breath and make sure everyone's at top form. Who knows? There might be a pack of fire dogs.
Oh,
I'm
More
actually
fire
invest.
dog.
Speaking of which, I'm going to study the bodies of the fire dogs while this is.
Well, so you wouldn't
Sure.
roll again because I'd have the immunity, but if you just this is the
If I spend 10
line.
minutes doing treat wounds, it still goes through. You're just immune to battle medicine.
Well, no, I thought treat wounds could only be used once an hour unless you have the
Treat
continual recovery.
wounds is just a 10-minute activity. Battle medicine is once an hour.
But
Well,
you're
then what-
immune for an hour from tree wounds unless you have continual recovery.
Yeah.
How does it also do it?
Though I guess
Yeah.
it's possible you could have continual recovery since you took medic, right? So you got
That
expert right
doesn't
away.
give me the continual
This
recovery.
this
feat, I
skill
don't think.
here is what you need to get rid of the immunity.
Yeah, it's specific skill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
No, what I
battle
was
mist to heal him more.
well, no, what I was saying was that the
Um,
only way to get continual recovery is by having expert, so nobody can have it at this level unless they take medic dedication.
I can also
um,
just do an extra
oh, yeah.
battle medicine use, so
Oh, that's true, I suppose.
regardless, I can do it immediately.
So I'm going to study the bodies of the fire dogs.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, I can do that too.
So yeah, so if you haven't already, Liam, you can recall knowledge against them to try to figure out what you can discover.
And would also like to take a look at them.
Liam, these are not like any dogs that you know. Like the muscle structure, the length of the neck, the long teeth. Like you're not sure if these are dogs at all. Maybe they're like wolves or something, but you've never seen anything quite like this. Min, the method by which they're on fire is completely unknown to you as well. Wait, hold on. You had Varen targeted, but your natural roll was pretty low, so you probably don't know these either.
Oh, whoops. I forgot I have to target them.
Fire dogs, no bueno. Who hasn't recall knowledge against them yet?
But I'd give it a shot.
You
Baron
certainly
has not
can.
and will not.
Target. Recall knowledge.
Aha, Nateris knows.
Hmm.
The reason nobody can identify these as dogs at all is they are hounds from hell. Hellhounds. Extraplanar canines. These are hailing from the pit. They're fiendish creatures, unholy fiends. Not devils and not demons, but some fiendish creature. And their trademark features that they're always on fire while they're living. But they're not, they don't naturally occur here, which means somebody must have summoned them.
Okay, these shouldn't be walking around here. Something brought them here. So there's something else in these woods.
Liam's gonna cast a detect magic and see if maybe there's somewhere in this area where the conflagration was, if there was maybe like evidence of summoning magic or leftover remnants of summoning magic.
Yeah, let's see. I'll give you a perception roll as you're doing this. Oh, yeah, you find it very quickly. As you start kind of poking around in the sort of burnt ash of the underbrush, you can find some divots in the earth where there's been some very clear sort of not really trenches built, but somebody dragged something heavy and sharp through the soil to make a shape. And as you start kind of picking away at all the ash and brushing it off, you can see that somebody had made a pretty large summoning circle right about here. It's mostly destroyed at this point with the earth and caked in mud kind of cindered up and upheaved, but somebody was here
Where was it again?
somewhat recently to make this.
Is it here?
Just like where you're standing, we'll say.
Oh, okay, actually, sweet.
There's
I'll
also
pass it
boot
along.
prints that you find in the soil as well, and they're big and heavy and flat. They kind of remind you of like plated boots.
I was gonna. I was just gonna ask. How deep are they?
Yeah, someone real heavy kind of made their way through here.
Yeah.
They remind you of tracks that
Alarming.
you yourself saw as a Breach Hill survivor on Hell Knight
Yeah.
Hill after the battle.
I found evidence of a summoning circle, and even worse, boot prints. I, deep, heavily armored boot prints. I think a Hell Knight has passed through behind this. We should bring back one of the bodies of these infernal hounds as evidence of.
Something that we should try to follow tonight or attempt on the morrow.
Well, considering that it doesn't look like these things are here that long, the longer we wait, the further away this thing will get.
No, the boot prints I found was of what could be of a Hell Knight. So
I guess we should take a vote then, see if we should pursue the Hell Knight or return with the dogs and Grizzle.
Well, we did say that we were going to bring back proof.
Oh, we
How-
did do that, yes.
yes,
How far are we from the town?
about half an hour.
30
About a
minutes.
half-hour walk.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go and then turn around and go back to the woods, but we'd be in the woods at night, which would be a danger
Yes,
of its
that's.
own.
Yeah,
I think we may be better off alerting the village
Yeah.
because there may be
Well,
other
their fear
nefarious
of
plans at work.
fire. I'm in agreement. I think we should go back. I mean, we're coming close to nightfall here. We don't want to, and we're out of our element. No telling where this Hell Knight's going or how many they're going to be.
as a soldier, I want to follow the Hell Knight. As a human without dark vision, bye.
Well, we're allowed to have light sources out here instead of in town.
I also. Oh, by the. Oh yes, I'm also going to cast light. I had prepared light for.
That's true. That's true.
Uh,
Maybe we should go after the Hell Knight.
So the fear I have is if some wild animals decide to come and eat the fire dogs, we lose that evidence.
We should return.
Well, we can just tie one of the dead fire dogs onto the horse. I've got plenty of carrying capacity.
That would work.
I do believe an innocent woman's life is at stake in terms of, and I don't know if we're necessarily
Well,
prepared to
technically,
face
her
the Hell
just
Knight.
banish her from that town, I imagine they can simply go to another town.
And we did say we were going to return
That's
with some evidence, so she'll
Yes.
probably just sit in jail
we did.
overnight in
Not
order
an
to prevent.
execution.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to die by the time we return.
Oh no, but also I
She's-
don't think we are perhaps quite ready to encounter a Hell Knight.
There's only one way to find out.
True.
Well, at the very least, I think it makes sense to tie the dog to the horse. I guess while we're doing that, I believe Varen's shield needs to be repaired.
Yes, it does. I'd appreciate that.
Okay, what is the? I believe I have a basic action macro for repair.
I do also have this. I have a
You-
cast of mending prepared.
You would need the shield in your inventory, so you might as well just roll a crafting check.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, it's only down 5 hit points, so if you succeed, then it's automatically fully healed.
Oops. Well, that's a 10,
Uh,
so that might not be a critical failure, but it probably doesn't pass.
Yeah, it's a level 1 shield, so or level 0 even, I think, right? So
So it'd be
but
DC
it might.
12.
yeah, it's I think it's probably 14. I think it's probably level 1, but either way, that you're not going to break it, so you can just roll again. It'll just take 10 more minutes. Though if we're trying to chase down this Hell Knight, I can go without 5 extra hit points for a little while.
Good idea.
Because it depends if I can try to fix it on the walk.
10 minutes goes by.
Well, yeah, crafting is an exploration activity, so you can totally do that.
Okay, so yeah, while you guys are tracking them, I can try to just hang the shield back together.
Starts to slowly rain.
Well, that'll help with the fires.
Well, and if we're going to chase down this
Tracking,
Hell Knight, we
yeah,
should probably
well,
get on the road.
But that implies also that we're all in agreement of going after the Hell Knight. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I did say if, but yeah, I would totally vote
An
to go after the
assumption
Hell
that it
Knight
is a
since we
Hell
have
Knight.
light. Well, regardless of what it is, we know it's something that's not just these dogs didn't just randomly appear, and if
Right,
it's
yes.
somebody sabotaging the area, they're going to continue to try to do it. So
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And an hour away, which if you think 30 minutes to pound, whatever it takes to show the proof, and then 30 minutes back, let's say Devil's Advocate at Able, hour and a half, it's just going to be that much further away. So
Yeah. Right.
I was initially saying we should get back, but I'm in agreement that Grissa should be able to last through the night. It's not like we're not going to be back by morning.
Unless the fire dogs disintegrate in the rain, which would be pretty funny.
All right, I don't have any bless or benediction to back you up. So if we do get,
I mean, those are great spells, and they were really useful here. But I mean, you'll still have your cantrips and your heals, so you'll still be useful.
That's very true.
All right, if you want to try to track, you can go ahead and do survival.
I'm gonna
All right.
throw another crafting to see if I can fix it on the way over. That's okay. Nope.
You can only show the results here. Reveal. Storm Crow.
Oh yeah.
All right, Stormcrow. So tracking in the burn glade is easy because all the soot and stuff and the loose kind of debris on the ground has made tracking footfalls remarkably simple. And you get a direction for sure. It looks like there's heavy boot prints and not just one track of them. There's several of them that come from the northeast, like towards the Asphodel Mountains. And they head southwest further into Chitterwood. Or sorry, southeast, further into Chitterwood. And you can follow them for about 5 or so minutes, but then it becomes remarkably difficult. And the reason for that is whoever left these tracks has taken deliberate measures to prevent themselves from being tracked. So you notice that there's brush that's been dragged over in very deliberate patterns. There's like switchback tracks that are used, and then within another 10 minutes, it becomes obvious that you're going in circles.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'll relay that. Ah,
And it looks like the
I don't
trail
know.
is several days old. But they
Oh,
came from the direction of the Asphodels to the northeast, which, ironically enough, is kind of where you guys are headed next after Umok, down towards near Vordia.
so Liam, with the increased tracks, were you able to kind of tell if there was how many might have been in the group? I know it started with one.
I, several. What would several entail?
Somewhere between like 2 and 4.
Anywhere between 2 and 4.
Well, at least we know we got up to him. We could probably take him. But with a lost trail, guess it's time to head back.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, unfortunately. I'm sorry for being a failure.
Hey, I mean,
I'm so sorry.
from what you say, it's obvious that they actually tried to hide their trail. So it's amazing you got this
But
far with them.
I should be able to overcome that. I have so much. It's fine. I'll forgive myself in time.
Jesus. Never seen Stormcrow like this.
Well, I guess we've never seen Stormcrow lost in the woods.
I know, right?
True. All right, so back to Umok then with your bounty in tow, your proof in tow.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you would make it back, and you notice all the boarhounds are kind of gathered up near the edge of town, and they're barking as you start to come in. And specifically, they're barking at Varen, and they snarl at him and his horse. And you quickly realize it's not him that they're snarling at; it's the dog
dog.
on the
Dog.
horse's back, as if they've sensed it coming for some time.
Calm, puppies. They're dead. They're no harm.
They like whimper and then back away and lay back down on their porches and go back to bed. But by the time you crest the last ride into the village, the rise into the village, half the town's in the street, and Eowyn Marble Mug is at the front of the crowd, kind of waiting with his hands on his hips. And he says, "Travelers, welcome back. I trust your hunt was fruitful. Half the town has been woken up by the dogs barking."
Yeah, we were most definitely hot on the trail.
Yes, it turns out there were fire dogs, but they were in fact infernal beasts.
Yeah, hellhounds.
Ah,
You heard of them before?
we have heard of such beasts from in the war. Yes, yes, we
Yeah,
have.
they're not natural to this area. Something brought them.
And I see you have one of the corpses of one such a beast. Such a foul thing to lay eyes upon. It's unnatural, that thing is.
Yeah, especially when you see it lit up.
But if these fire dogs are responsible for the fire and you've killed them, then hopefully that put an end to things for now?
For
Afraid
now,
not.
but there is the
that these
greater
upon you.
problem at large. You see, these infernal beasts do not appear naturally, like you said. They are unnatural beasts. They were summoned.
Summoned by whom?
We have evidence of hell knights. There was armored.
People start gasping at that. Oh, hell knights, hell knights. And he says, "Oh, calm down, people. There will be no panicking about Hell Knights. I have a plan. We will put a second sign banning Hell Knights with an so, and everyone's like, "Oh yes, of course, of
The
course."
tourist just lets out laughing.
I suggest adding a gun-free zone sign next to it as well.
Yeah.
Everyone like seems to believe that that's gonna do something, and he calms them down for a moment, and he kind of gives you a pointed look. Don't say anything. Um, friends, the fires in Chitterwood were not the work of this goblin. The work of fiendish dogs summoned into our woods by hands that we very much would like a word with, wouldn't we? And all the people, yeah, yeah, yeah. And these travelers, who I will not embarrass by naming, have ended the threat. The goblin in Henna's clinic can stay. She is a victim, same as any of us could have been. And it seems like the drama on the street starts to quiet down and people go back to their little homes. Oh, well, thank you, thank you. That could have turned into a downright uprising.
Yeah, fear can do that with folks.
Of course, of course.
But at least you don't have nothing to fear for the fires for now.
Do Hell Knights shoot arrows by chance, or bolts, or very large rocks?
They can.
Likely.
They're probably
can.
all of those.
Oh. Well, then I think it's only appropriate that you take these. I mean, my days of deflecting rocks being thrown at me are coming to an end, and perhaps they could be of some use to you in hunting down the perpetrator of burning down Eastern Chitterwood. And he takes off some bracers and hands them over to you. Consider it payment for assisting our little village. He gives you the bracers of missile deflection.
Oh,
Those are fun.
yeah, those are fun.
We also have a small stipend for firefighting, and given that I suppose you were the ones that were doing the firefighting and not us, that you should be paid for your services. How does this sound? And he hands over a small sack of 10 gold as well.
Quite generous, thank you.
Yes, thank you
Like
very
a
much.
lot.
Of course.
You know,
Appreciated.
fighting fire can leave you parched.
Oh yes, you have free drinks at the Lit Lantern. For
There you go.
Hey!
Oh, that's really what you wanted. Okay, well, if you don't need those bracers, then I mean.
We'll definitely keep the braces.
Oh, very well, very well. Well, where might such an adventuring party as yourselves be off to next then?
Probably we were thinking next to Vordia, I believe was the last little hop in our journey. Have you heard anything? Any tales from Vordia recently? Any?
We don't venture much into the valley. Not much mushrooms to pick down there, you see. But what we do know about Vordia is they're a bunch of flag-waving, queen-loving bootlickers.
I fucking love this guy.
And so I don't recommend going. Oh, hold on! I hear something. And he sees ears peek up, and his Gary Boarhound starts making its way over. And the dog kind of like whines directly against the gnome. And I was like, "You don't say, truly? Oh my word! The dogs are talking about you. I mean, they're actually talking. They've taken a measure of you that I haven't gotten to take myself, and they have an opinion that I would like to honor. There's a pup in the brindle litter that we haven't given to anyone yet. We were waiting. I think now we realize we were waiting for someone like you. If you'd like to have her, she's yours, and her name would be whatever you give her. The bloodline goes back to Lorwee's marble mug stood beside the gate, and she, in every way that matters to this town, is a member of our family, and it would be our honor to gift a hound to you.
Varen would
That's a-
love a hound if nobody is going
We would
to.
be most honored.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
definitely. That's
I can't even tell if
Very
this is an
nice.
in-character or out-of-character choice, but Varen wants a hound so bad.
Yes, it seems like we have a taker already.
Very well. Stay here the night. And we will have her cleaned up, and she'll have her said her goodbyes to her mother, and then we'll send you on your way with your new companion.
Very well. Thank you.
Reach out to the hounds and hand them over some rations. I go, not much, but thank you.
And why don't we take a small break now, and then we'll come back, and you guys can get in as Gary Boarhound as a little party companion, as the town of Umok gives it to you, and then set off on your journey towards Vordia.
40.
You guys get for a total. You've rescued the goblin. You found evidence of Hell Knights and the combat itself. In total, I have here that you have 280 experience
Oh,
from
wow.
your venture here in Umok.
That
What's
comes
our
So you can
total
add that
510.
to your
speed?
sheets as well.
510.
710.
206, 710.
Yeah, I assume mine hasn't been updated since the last session.
710 it is then. All right. I will be back shortly.
Is it safe to assume that we can get the shield repaired in that time?
So, you all get up the next morning. I'll advance time. Ooh, look at that rain once again.
What a surprise! Oh, that's even
Oh,
worse.
it's really bright.
Goblin thanks you once again for saving her, and she assures you that she did not mean to bring fire into Umok, and that not all goblins are pyromaniacs. It's just something they're good at. And she's gonna stay here in Umok for a little bit and enjoy the festivities of the gnomes before heading back to her family in Chitterwood once she's a bit on the mend. As for you
Let-
guys,
Let her know about the Goblin Village Stumpfield. Hey, if you
Oh.
want a place where there's people that are similar to you that celebrate art and stuff, that'd be a good community to be a part of.
Oh, that sounds great. I'm really good at fire eating.
Yeah, you don't want to stay
Ooh.
here.
You don't think I
Oh,
could
no.
peddle my talents here? Okay.
Probably won't
Um,
appreciate that.
I don't think that'll pan out.
Oh, okay.
Before we run off too far, does anybody actually want those missiles of bracer deflection?
Oh yeah, we should.
Missiles of bracer deflection. That'd be a good item.
Or yeah, bracers of missile, whatever.
That'd be now I have to think about that item.
Tomahawk missiles. They just deflect bracers, though.
Watch out, he's throwing bracers at you.
I guess I should hit the rest button and prepare.
Yes, be sure to rest, get your spells back and
Oh.
everything.
Yeah,
I
That'll
was,
help.
I was looking through my spell list actually, swapping.
Soon. Don't know how often I've been doing that.
Oh, you're actually eating rations? I was assuming we were just hunting on the way.
Oh, I hit the daily preparations because I'm just used to hitting that for staffs.
Ah,
I just saw rations, so I ate one because it was there.
What's this?
yeah, that's how you get fat, when you just eat because you see something.
Yeah.
Well, in the morning, the gnomes will bring in a little bundle, a Isgary boarhound puppy. And she looks like this.
Oh,
My goodness.
Not soaked enough for this rain.
They
Got
say,
really smell.
they
Oh
say
my
that
God.
her dad had an unfortunate run-in with some rather nasty critters a few weeks back, and she's been a little wistful since, and would do good with travel into the valleys and whatnot. But to keep her safe, she's very young and not meant for combat just yet.
Absolutely not. Look at that. The sweet, gentle face.
But they do tell you something that the little puppy would be particularly good at. Is Gary Boarhounds have a special ability that she can do at her age. They can, as part of daily preparations, you can offer the Boarhound a sample of an enemy with the Fiend or Undead trait, such as a bone, piece of flesh, or a scented sample that has been acquired within the last 24 hours. For the next 24 hours, that becomes the Boarhound's designated foe, and they can smell the presence of the creature as a precise sense. So it's really good at hunting down extraplanar
Yeah.
foes.
That's a good thing.
We'll say this aids you
Considering
to
that,
track them if you need to as well in the future.
Considering that these knights or whatever we found out there can summon stuff.
Should we train the little pup to smell hellhound for the moment, seeing we've got a dead hellhound?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna have to rework my entire build to in order to add nature and train animal, aren't I? Whoopee.
What do we
Wait till
name
we
him?
Oh
Ah.
boy.
I guess it wants to learn. Let it smell. Let it smell the hellhound. It already says it wants to.
All right.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. What did we do with that firehound
It's
corpse?
still on the horse, I think, right? It's.
I mean, not after arrest. It's not.
Oh no, yeah, not after the rest. Yeah, duh.
We just ask for
I
the
mean,
remains and let him sniff them.
I got to imagine they're definitely not going to. It's not like other animals where they're going to, process it for, consumption. No one's going to eat the hellhound, so it's probably still untouched. In fact, they're probably going to keep some of it to train. We should probably recommend them do the same.
Oh, valid. Yeah.
Just maybe.
A good idea.
Yeah, let's stop off by the. We'll stop off by the cat, and be like, oh, you still have that hellhound that we dropped off? We'd like to train the little pup on the hellhound, and we recommend you all do the same, just in case they return. You'll be.
What an excellent idea. And if you run into any along the road, she'll be sure to point them out.
Yes, we'll have to think of a name for the little gal.
We were thinking of putting it up in town square as a trophy, but if you think you'd have a better use for it, it's all yours.
I don't think we
But
need.
we
to
don't need
keep
the
it.
whole hound. We just need like a leg or something, right?
I don't even think we need it that long. It just needs to sniff it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
just
Yeah.
a
We don't
thigh
think
or a
we
wing.
stand-
Yeah.
We just need to let it sniff it for a little bit so it gets its scent for the day.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, she'll kind of pace around the corpse, sniff at it a couple times, and gives it a little growl and does like a pouncing stance in front of it. And it makes all the other dogs in town go nuts.
Look at that. She's already got the attention of the other ones.
I just want you to know I haven't closed out the big image that you sent.
Yeah, I had to, or I wasn't going to pay attention to the game.
You can go to the actors tab in companions, and you'll see that it's there for all of you.
Excellent. Oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot that I had to pick my third spell.
I clicked on the one that was in the chat, and then it took the whole screen, and then I clicked on it again, and now it's magnified, and I don't know how to get back to the game.
I'm not sure either.
Oh, it opened a whole nother tab. So yeah, I would never have gotten back to the game.
Probably another tab.
Just admire the puppy.
Quick question.
Did y'all see what I put in the chat in the Discord?
No, I did not.
Oh yeah, too cute.
Oh, adorable.
Wow.
That is real life. Well, question: spells with the uncommon tag. Would I have to learn those, or?
So there's usually some access requirement to them. Yeah, they're part of like a guild, or they're uncommon because they could change how the game is played significantly. There's some reason for it, so you just gotta ask.
Okay, yeah, because there's one that's purifying icicle, which is
Purifying icicle.
I was just
Let's
looking at
see.
that. It's a first level spell attack.
Knights of Last Wall.
Always Knights of Last Wall.
Yeah, it's always one of these things, eh? Let's see, the target is up. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you can have this one. This one's fine. This one doesn't break the game in any weird way.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like I saw like for one of the cantrips, which it was like send back to their realm or something, like invoke their true name or something. I'm like, I'm not even gonna ask. That's gonna just break everything.
Yeah, a lot of the uncommon and rare spells are that way because it's like, oh, the GM will have to do a bunch of extra work to make this work, or like,
Yeah,
it's like scrying spells and stuff that'll like talk to corpses and stuff like that. It's like these could really ruin the plot depending on how you run things, so be careful with them.
yeah.
All right, so where do you guys want to go now?
Well, I guess the last stop is
Yes. We're traveling in the rain to Vordia.
Cordia.
Yes,
So,
yes.
Do we have
Oh,
a
you also get
plan?
another reputation point, which puts you up to 9.
9.
9.
You got none. 9.
back to
We
square
should
one.
be extra.
All this work.
Hmm.
See, we
extra
shouldn't have taken
careful
the
with
dog,
our
man. The dog did it.
favorites, the queen.
Turns
Or I
out
guess
this is a
favorite
nation of
queen.
cat people.
Then they shall all
Right.
perish.
Then you guys are on the road, as you often are, somewhere between Chitterwood and Vordia. Several days journey. So we'll say something happens about partway through the first day. Let's advance to somewhere around noon. Oh, it cleared up. Look at that.
Oh,
Yay!
How
Oh,
wonderful! How wonderful! The countryside beckons, and you can hear all the sounds of nature in the distance as you start making your way downhill because you're going into a valley towards the Asphodels. And you maybe are making a small camp, just resting down for the afternoon, get some food in you, something like that. And you see someone coming up the trail towards you. It's a woman, and she's alone, and she's armed only with a quarterstaff. And she's wearing these red vestments that none of you have particularly seen before. And I mean, you're not expecting company, but she steps out of the tree line about 40 feet away and stops. And she's young, and the red outfit that she's wearing does have a 5-pointed gold star stitched over her heart, which is the symbol of Asmodeus. And her hair is kind of pulled back, and her hand is like held out, like palm out. She's showing that she's not like reaching for anything. And you notice her ring finger is missing, and she's about 40 feet away and doesn't really want to come closer until you let her. So she calls out and she says, "Pardon me, I do not wish to alarm. My name is Sister Sylv of the Golden Erinyes. I'm asking for 5 minutes of your time and then I will leave."
Do we know anything of the Golden Erinyes?
oh,
You can do a society roll if you want to know what this
Sure.
organization is that she's talking about.
Oh,
I feel like that was it was mentioned earlier,
There was some
briefly at
mention of
least,
it, yes.
where it was a order of nuns dedicated to Asmodeus. That's oh, you said
Perfect.
society.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. You actually rolled really well too. So the Sisterhood of the Golden Erinyes, and by extension the Church of Asmodeus, because they do serve, Cheliax and the Church of Asmodeus, came here after the Goblin Blood Wars, and they worked to rebuild some of the villages and towns that were burned and razed and attacked during the Goblin Blood Wars. One very famous example is Vordia. They rebuilt much of the town, and they have an orphanage built out there, and so that's part of the reason why Vordia is so loyal to Cheliax, is because they wouldn't be there if it wasn't for these nuns.
I see no reason that we can't spare 5 minutes.
Sister, you may, of course. Liam will hold up his hands, indicating that he.
Perhaps you've heard of our order. I'm aware that many may think of us as an enemy in free Isger, but you must listen to me, if you will allow me to approach.
Of course, you are safe to come to us.
And she comes up and she kind of approaches the fire and kind of warms her hands by it. She says, "Thank you. Kind of you not to attack me. Trust that I know who you are and I know what your mission is. You lot have been making a bit of noise in the countryside of late. And if I have heard of you, then others have as well, but I'm not here to discuss that. I, in fact, have need of your services, if you could believe such a thing.
That's a strange ask.
I've heard of strangers.
It is, I realize. There is a dissembler named Vero Ahala, falsely calling himself a Hell Knight, and he has deceived my sisters. He has taken advantage of our resources to find a ritual that will summon powerful devils to heed his ambitions, and I don't wish to see any more orphans created as a result of this. This is one of the rare points where our goals would probably align. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly where he intends to perform this ritual, but my superior, Sister Andrea, might, except that she no longer trusts me and has wholly placed her faith in this impostor dressing about as a Hell Knight. As much
Name
as it
again?
pains me to say, I think I need you to extract that information from her.
I was
What was his-
curious. Actually, if you could do me a favor, his movements in the past few days in this imposter Hell Knight, has he perhaps left and gone on a trip recently?
You may have. He passed through Vordia from where I'm coming from, I would say 2-3 weeks ago now.
So direction of Chitterwood would be possible?
It could be. I'm not a skilled tracker, and I have not inquired much about his movements. It's not exactly my station to do so. It would raise a
Kind
lot
of
of
lean over to
suspicions
the group.
were I to start asking about the whereabouts of a Hell Knight.
I wonder if this is the troublemaker that summoned the Hellhounds.
Hellhounds?
Yes, in attempts to burn down the forest.
It'd be possible. Could be experimenting to see how big of a devil he can get.
Practicing his foul arts. Yes.
What was the name he had again?
Hero?
Viro is his first name, Viro, and his last name is Ahala, which is a name that you guys have heard before.
Yes, we have.
If we kill him
We
and
heard
take
that
his
in our
name, does that leave
rumors.
him in Valhalla?
That was he was up around paying for Hellbreaker information.
Yeah.
Well, I care very little about what his goals are, beyond the fact that he seems to be intent on summoning devils to pursue his agenda, whatever it may be. But know this, he is not a Hell Knight, nor is he an ordained armiger. He is simply pretending, and this is something that I cannot allow to pass.
I believe it would be in our best interest to assess this situation further. Do you not agree? I think
Seeing that he seems to be hunting Hellbreakers from the past, from past rumors, yeah, I would say most definitely.
perhaps we could. This is just, of course, a thought at the moment until we get more information. But perhaps we could lure him out and deal with him subsequently. I'm far more willing to fight a Hell Knight imposter.
So what other information do you have on him? If you want us to help, exactly what do you expect of us? Do you know where this imposter is?
I don't, but as I said, my superior sister Andrea would. She was very close with him and met with him on several occasions, but as I said, my inquiries into it have led her to distrust me, and I was forced to sneak out of the mission in order to bring you this information.
How many
What?
traveling companions did this
I-
Hell Knight have?
I am afraid I can't say.
So if your sister distrusts you, what makes you think she would trust us?
Oh, I don't. In fact, I think the practical answer that a group such as yourselves would probably employ involves a lot of force, but I would not like anybody killed on your quest to get to Sister Andrea, if at all possible. Though you may not agree with the service that my sisters and I are in, we are here for the children. And my sisters will defend the mission quite vigorously, but they are not evil people, even in your eyes.
Understood.
Back at the rest of the group, it is supposedly a Hell Knight, and he is trying to cause trouble, and we do know he's against the Hell, so Hellbreakers. Makes sense that we try to find him.
Yes.
And if we can publicly out him
Mhm.
as a false Hell Knight, I feel like the at least public
even-
view will still support us in our actions.
Yes. In fact, if we can find out that he is in fact not a Hell Knight, we could even get the Abatus's support. Was it Abatus, or what was or Mother Superior? What was the? I'm getting my religious titles confused.
Well, an abbess would be someone who runs an abbey. But they just have like a mission up in the mountains.
I think we were trying to verify the name of the sister that we were trying to get talked to.
Oh, I'll put it in chat. Sister Andrea.
Yeah.
You should know that threatening Sister Andrea will not likely get you any information from her. She is not a stupid woman and has run the mission for many years. And I suspect that she somehow knows that he is not a Hell Knight. She has likely decided that what Vero has promised is more important than what he is, and I tried to tell her that he didn't even know the name of the Order of the Rack's senior officers, and she told me I must have misheard him. And when I heard that, I decided then that she must have some hand in what is at play here.
I would imagine that you don't want us to bring up your part in this, the fact that you met with us.
I would prefer not. I mentioned that I was on a mission to help some of the orphans of the countryside, but were I to return empty-handed, it would tip my hand, as it were. And so I'm afraid I cannot help you in this. All I can tell you is where the Lucent mission is, and hope that you succeed in finding this imposter.
Point the
I
way.
would imagine that mentioning her would also harm our chances. Sister Andrea catches on to what we're doing.
The orphanage that we work at is in Vordia. You can see it from the marketplace if you know what to look for. It's a very public building. The town donates to it. The mayor visits on holy days. It's where the order makes Asmodeans out of orphans, and we do our charity work. But the mission is not in Vordia. It's actually half a day to the northwest, up into the Asphodel foothills. A few hours more up a trail that is quite difficult to find unless you know how to find it, and so I will point it on your maps. That's where we train the Novatates and who are going to staff the orphanages. That's where all the books are kept, so to speak. Yeah, the orphanage is kind of our public face, and the mission is where we do our real work. The sisters are not at the orphanage anymore. Andrea took them all with her to the mission when Vera arrived, for some reason, I know not why. But there might be useful things left behind in the orphanage, there may not. I don't really know what's going on down there anymore.
I look back at the rest. I'm game. What about the rest of you?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm also game.
I mean, they seem like a goodly bunch. They take care of children. And we definitely know that this Hell Knight Aha is a problem.
Yes.
Min would just like to do a quick check. What is the roll just to check if she's being
It's a
deceptive?
perception. Sense motive is
Yep,
perception.
sense motive.
Okay.
A secret perception.
I just want to, I trust their mission. They sound like they're on the right path, but we should be suspicious at every turn.
Yeah, I also want to join in on this. I will also become the habit forming of the mistrust.
Yeah. Man, you don't detect any obvious signs of deception or omitting information or anything like that you can think of.
Because this would be a pretty great way to trap people. Yeah, just go in the countryside, like half an hour outside of town, into this building.
And give them the story. We need heroes.
Liam,
True.
same thing. She seems to be honest, at least in her presentation of the information given.
All right. I think Min will trust her for now. She sees, like I said, suspicious, but is still believing that they believe in what they're asking.
Works for me.
Same thing with Unitaris. She'll spend some time to sketch a rough map of the Lucent mission on the back of a piece of parchment. It shows like the trailhead off the sort of Vordia Asphodel Road. It shows a garden out front, a main building. She marks where the entry is, where the temple is, where the sisters' quarters is, where the dining room is. And just kind of gives like a rough layout of what the building looks like. And there's an archive in the back, and she points to that and says that the building and the kind of room in the back there, the archive, is where Andrea, her like kind of office is, and she was never allowed into that room, so she doesn't really know what's in there, but it's where she stays. In total, she thinks there should be somewhere between 6 to 8 sisters there.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I will be on my way then. I do have a legitimate mission to fulfill. This is just a happy circumstance that I happened upon you.
I would say that your willingness to work with Hellbreakers surprises me as well.
Well, the enemy of my enemy is my friend for now, I should say.
I don't know that we need to be enemies. You sound like a good group.
Well, we do what we can. If this war would come to an end, of course we would like our lovely queen to be in charge, but were that not the case, the children will still be there regardless of what flags fly in the pennants.
True.
Still worship Asmodeus.
I feel like Liam's this whole back half of the conversation, like Liam's left eye has just been twitching, he's just been dead silent and just left eye just twitching.
The pop out.
Any further questions?
No, it's take the map, take a look at it. Looks easy enough to follow.
Very well, then best of luck. And she'll head on her way. And she looks like this, although she doesn't have this weapon with her, so I don't know why they give me this, but
Whoa.
That's a cool sword.
That is a cool
Yeah.
sword.
Doesn't look very effective though.
Rip and tear, rip and tear.
Yeah.
and she'll continue on down the road with her staff.
Well,
So
after she leaves, I guess Men will look at the rest of the party. Well, I believe she was truthful in what she was asking, but how much could we act on this information?
I mean, here's the map. I guess the big thing is how do we want to approach Sister Andrea and the whole sisterhood thing? I look at Liam and I go, I don't think he'll like being around it too much. His eye already looks like it's going to poke out.
Yeah.
I would also ask that what we risk going into Vorlia if we're simply recognized by traveling sister as who we are, or even potentially who we are. We risk exposure going to such a town. There is still the open bounty on Hellbreakers.
Yeah, so we should
True.
try to approach with stealth. Agreed, perhaps.
But there is the whole thing that we actually were sent here to build up fame for the Hellbreakers. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there. You know, we don't want them to know us, but we want them to know us.
I think
Well,
you know what it is we want them to know us on our terms, not theirs.
Yeah.
yeah,
There you
we
go.
we should probably
so-
tell people who we do favors for who we are, but maybe we stop doing it to strangers on the road.
A good idea.
Yeah. Although she knew us right up front.
Our actions are
Okay.
not exactly something we can hide.
Yes, eventually we probably won't be able to do much to prevent people from knowing who we are, but we can try.
Yeah. Well, I could definitely make my way in unseen. Scout ahead, see what it's like, and come back, or just keep to the shadows while y'all converse.
I also did
Uh,
mention that the orphanage that they pulled out of in Vordia might have some clues as well.
Oh, there's a
So it's up
start.
to you whether you
They
want to go
pulled
to.
everybody out of the orphanage. Let's head to the orphanage.
well,
at the
that's
very
absolutely. That's
least, I would
yes.
suspect that there are no Hell Knights in Vordia, because if Vary was a false Hell Knight, he would likely have been executed for impersonating an
True.
officer of the Queen.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yes.
That does secure us some measure of safety if that story holds true.
So go to the.
But I definitely believe we should do this a stealthy approach where perhaps Nateris, you have your scarf active, and Varen, you have the ring to disguise your armor, and we try to approach maybe from not using the main avenues and try to sneak on in. Perhaps. What time of day is it? By the way.
Sometime in the early afternoon, as you guys are just kind of camped down for lunch or something.
We could wait to try to sneak in at sunset.
I
Yes.
don't know. I
Hush is
mean,
also quite good at sneaking. You could send them in
Yeah.
or have
Mhm.
them watch from afar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, having one go in to check does make sense. I do believe if we decide to enter the town as a group, we should not try to
Draw too much attention.
say, well, attempt covertly and in a way that they might think we are enemies of the Queen outright. Because people can be especially jumpy if they think they can get the reward. And
Well, we know enough about Fernsby. Couldn't we just look like travelers from Fernsby or traders from Stumpfield?
what will we be trading?
I go, what do we still have on us?
Not a lot. Bracers of missile deflection.
Yeah.
Silver scrap bombs, manacles, and a scroll case. Nothing, not enough to.
Then what if we
Yeah.
were emissaries? Emissaries looking to open trade.
Well, although what if it is, in fact, we are merchants. We have, however, successfully offloaded, and we're not going around showing our gold. We've
That could
successfully.
work.
Because
So we got to go
the
to the
amount of
village
gold we are
first or the
carrying.
orphanage?
But
The village and the orphanage are the same place. It's the mission that's separate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Maybe
the
we could-
mission's a secret kind of building up in the mountains.
maybe we could just be looking to adopt a kid. Like my 5
Well, we did get a
dads.
puppy.
You got a puppy? You could bring the puppy for the kids.
No, my puppy.
My precious.
our puppy.
I can't say that
Which
wouldn't
we
be an
still have
effective
to
way
name.
to get the children on our side.
Well, I most definitely will keep to the shadows. So I can scout ahead and then watch your trail as you come in.
I think as long as we just simply represent ourselves as
Mhm.
weary travelers coming in through Chitterwood.
Agreed.
Do we have enough information from I guess Gillimore, Goodhome, or Hoggin's Ear to say that we're coming from that direction? I do have Lore Isger, if that would help build a story for that. It's just far enough away that they might not second guess what our reasoning is for being there.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely use deception to come up with a story of origin that comes from somewhere else.
Okay. I also still have a bunch of disguise kit uses to help at least assist with that scenario. So
Excellent.
I could prepare that for before we enter in, just to help manage
we
any
all-
of the more obvious issues.
And what's nice is I think we'd only need at least the three of us to have the disguise kits, because Nateris has the scarf and
Min
Baronet.
actually has the scarf.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh.
say, did Interis want to take the scarf? Because I
Oh,
don't
that's
think
right.
I have a
I
problem
didn't.
transferring it, but I believe
I
we're just
I
using it.
forgot that. I didn't realize that you guys switched.
Yeah, we switched back.
th-
I mean,
yeah,
if we want to go in that way, that'd probably be best. I mean, my horns and my tail are going to stick out pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the horns catch a little bit of an attention.
Yeah.
Most of it not very good.
Okay.
You'd think it'd
So
be
then-
attractive. I mean, look at how dark they are and strong. But
Thanks.
no,
I don't remember how to
most of the
trade. Just
time.
gonna throw the scarf in the I threw it in the party stash. You could just grab it.
Okay, I got it.
And I'll use 3 of my disguise kit cosmetics to help cover the rest.
Oh,
of
by the
this.
way, we should probably give someone the bracers, and it's probably someone that doesn't have a whole lot of reactions. I'd guess would probably.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe one I was thinking maybe one of the casters.
Well, Min hasn't really taken anything, so that would be my
Yeah, I was
suggestion.
thinking
But
Min.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially also, so you just gave up the scarf too. I feel like it's or
I mean, I'm oddly fine with not taking it if somebody else thinks they can make more use of it.
I think I'm planning as I level to use more reactions, so it's probably the smoke blending and eat fire and whatever else comes. So
I'll grab it then.
good with it.
So is the plan going to Vordia and seeing what's going on in the orphanage first, or going directly into the mountains?
I think we're
Forty
gonna
and
go to the
orphanage.
orphanage. Yeah.
Okay.
And we're just gonna look like
Mm.
wary travelers.
Yeah, I used my
Perfect.
disguise kit to help set us up for that, and then we have the scarf and Liam was sneaking ahead, right?
yeah. How many people should sneak ahead? Is it just Nateris that was sneaking ahead, or are we?
Well,
I
if
can
I'm
send
gonna
my
sneak ahead. I really don't need the scarf.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
well, you should probably
Oh, is
take the
that the
scarf
reason that
anyway
it
in
came
case
to
you get
me?
caught.
Yeah,
yeah,
I can
Yeah.
activate it,
yeah.
so that'll
I'll
work.
send
Yeah, I'll
Hushel
still sneak
along
ahead.
too. So
I can also
some backup.
accompany Nateris because I got a +7 with stealth, so I can.
Cool. Stealth buddies.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't
Then
step on that branch.
you guys can make your way to Vordia over the next day and a half because it's a 2-day journey from Umok. So
So,
I'll-
question again. Even though he's got a +7, will follow the expert help him as well? Since I'm an expert, it's stealth.
Yeah.
Potentially,
Yeah, because I'm trained, not an expert, right?
No, because
Yeah.
I think follow the exit replaces what proficiency bonus you would use.
Yeah.
So I don't think it actually
yeah.
would help if you're already an expert in it.
well, there's a follow the expert macro thing, or what is it called? Effect. You can just throw
drag
it
that
on there.
on. You match there. You can add your levels, proficiency bonus, associated skill check, even if you're untrained, which you would already do if you're trained. And you gain a circumstance bonus. So the only thing you'd be getting if you follow the expert, if you're already at least trained, is the circumstance bonus.
That
Which
would
is a
make
Does
him.
help a
+2.
little bit.
That would be a +2, so he'd be a +9 then, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
so
yeah,
Yeah.
so it would
it does
help.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it would always help. It's just if they're untrained, it helps even more because
Right.
they get their level added when you don't as untrained.
Yeah. So if I follow the expert, that puts my stealth at a +6, and I'm the lowest in the party. So
Cool. All right, then in 2 days you make your way into Vordia, and it's a small town. It comes into view all at once, the way small towns would do when you're coming down in the countryside and stuff like that. You can see end to end. And at first, it looks like a very lovely town. It's very bustling, and it's got sandstone walls and red roofs and a market square, and you can smell, baked goods and whatnot, and people are kind of moving around, and children are playing, all that good stuff. But um, you see the flags as well, and there's hundreds of them. Every building at least has one, but most have like 2 or 3, and they're flying from the eaves and window poles and off the porches, and even like the horse hitches have them, and laundry lines, and they're all the same flags in 2 patterns, which is red and black of Cheliax. And it's got 3 crowns and a dark angled cross, and the red pentagram of Asmodeus, gold at the center, and they look like they were stitched and cleaned recently, and people are having like contests about who can have the biggest, cleanest flag, and the town is kind of decorated, and it insists upon itself. It's just it looks like it's been decorated by a child, and they look very, very loyal as you come rolling into town. the residents themselves don't pay much attention to the people coming into it, and so your disguises, such that they are, work pretty effortlessly. Some farmers kind of move squash carts and just give you little waves, and um, the one thing they don't really want in their town, which for them, I mean, pretty much entirely, you guys are avoiding, is they don't want any goblinoids in town. And so, even in the terrace, if he's showing his orcish heritage, they're okay with that. They just don't want any goblins in here because the Hell Knights fought against them and everything. So they just people even say like "Welcome to Vordia" before going back to whittling or eating jerk or whatever it is they're doing. These people are very warm. No one challenges you at the gate. They kind of let you in, and you just find yourself in the middle of the town, able to do whatever it is you want to do.
I really hope Grizzle doesn't wander up here. Alright. I think Min's gonna fall back to her standard practice, and she's gonna mingle with the townsfolk and try to get some information, see what's going on, see what people know. And just
Sure.
kind of poke and prod at what the situation is with the sisters that they've heard about on the road. Is that I believe I gave you a diplomacy check for that?
Yes, for gather information. Yeah.
That should be accurate.
Anybody else gathering information or just Min?
No, I'll be using society. That's the feat.
Oh yeah, you
Well,
got your feet, and you can do it
Yep.
twice when they can do it once, can't you? Because you do it
Mhm.
twice as fast.
I would
Yep.
probably be assisting men, wingmanning, as it were.
Perfect. So then you and Min can find some info pretty quick, and the terrorist finds even more info. Awesome. Okay, so all of you would hear, um, about the orphanage. I mean, they talk about local sort of gossip, but the orphanage is really kind of what you're honing in on. And people say, "Oh, yeah, the sisters, yes, they're wonderful. They've been helping us as long as they can remember." And they're like, "Oh, you came from the south, I see. You should try the hearth and Hellbird. It's a nice, clean place. And there's a Chelish governor that comes through every 3 months to check the records. A very nice fellow. Brings candies for the children." And there's some strange weather coming from the Asphodels lately. It's hot when it shouldn't be, and the old people say that's there's a bad season ahead or something. But there is some light gossip that might actually interest you, which is that the orphanage itself has been quiet. They say that the sisters must be on a retreat because the last time they saw the sisters, which was about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, the children must have gone with them because they don't walk down the path to the orphanage anymore. Nobody's really sure. Maybe they're just busy up there. But there was a Hell Knight a few weeks ago. A tall man, big armor, came to the orphanage. Spoke with the sisters there and left the next morning. Everybody says that they saw the Hell Knight. It's practically a patriotic event to see one coming through town. So everybody went out and paid their respects. Um, but Vordia notices when Hell Knights come through because they almost never do, and so pretty much everybody mentions that if you ask about it. But the sister Mara, sister Varicia, they put some names out. Haven't seen them for nearly a month now. They must be really busy.
Mhm.
As for Nateris, you get some better scoop. You hear that let's see. There's a rumor that there's more children than the records show. There's a lot of children at that orphanage. The records, say that there was. I mean, she was let go from the Bright Embers Orphanage 8 months ago after 12 years of service or so. She says, the record says that there was 4 children there, 2 kind of adopted out of neighboring towns. But there was way more children than that. There was like 12 of them at the peak, and the records never showed 12. The sisters keep their own records. The town records are for the town's eyes, and she thinks that the reason the nuns haven't come back is it has something to do with that. They're up to something. She doesn't really know what, and she knows it's blasphemy, but she suspects that these sisters are up to no good. And that the Hell Knight came through town. He didn't really stop anywhere. He wore the Order of the Rax Reds, but some people noticed that the armor didn't really fit him right. A little too large in the shoulders or something.
Anybody happen to catch his name?
No one would dare ask.
When was the last time the governor came through?
About a month ago.
Okay. Just to share that thought with everyone else, what I'm thinking is whether or not the fake Hell Knight's taking advantage of the governor's absence since he only comes by every 3 months.
Sorry, what was that? I didn't quite hear that.
Oh, the train of thought I had was whether or not the Very was taking advantage of the fact the governor isn't going to be around for another 2 months. He can get away with whatever he's doing. It's very likely if the governor saw Hell Knight in his town, he would figure out.
Either way, you do
So-
get directions to the orphanage if you even ask about it. It's kind of the eastern outskirts of town. There's a walled yard. It's a 2-story building. It's got a metal plaque on it. You can't really miss it. It's the only building in town that doesn't have flags.
Pretty ominous.
Seems odd, but well,
I think it's time for a little bit of some scouting out the.
yeah, I think we should just recollect the group and make our way over to the orphanage just to take a peek, take a gander. The kid's the puppy.
Sure. You can make your way to the eastern outskirts of town pretty effortlessly. People happily direct you towards the orphanage. And the more and more, the closer you get to it, the people kind of live on the outskirts of town. They reiterate that, yeah, I mean, ever since that Hell Knight came to town and the sisters met with him, they haven't seen any of the sisters from the orphanage. Not that like people go up there to visit very often, but it's just odd that the nuns haven't come down from the hill in a while. And as you begin to reach the walled orphanage and see the plaque sitting outside, you can see it's in fact a walled 2-story building. The angles are a little weird, like the structure is kind of hunching in on itself, and the curtains are drawn in on all the windows. But the front door is actually very slightly ajar, and it bangs against the frame in the breeze. And there's like stunted trees in the yard, and there's dying grass, and there's a seesaw that has red paint, but the paint is all kind of flecked and chipped and faded. And the closed gate for the wall that leads down the stone walkway to the building has a metal plaque. And it says Bright Embers Orphanage, established 4701.
Well, this looks like it's in a state of disrepair.
I mean, I've been here for some time.
It seems like the door is inviting. Just walk on in.
No.
Why not?
Out of curiosity, does the pup smell anything?
No, it doesn't alert you to there being anything that she's tracking. I will say that as you approach Stormcrow, you notice that the curtains in one of the upstairs rooms twitches for a moment.
Hmm.
It
I'll
flutters.
try and poke someone and just kind of point without making any noise. And maybe whisper like, that just moved.
I would assume there are some people in here. Maybe they're looking through the windows. I just don't know why the door would be open like this. Then again, children love running in and out of houses and not closing doors, I suppose.
Door
Hmm,
loudly
yes.
bangs on the frame. Once again, it's like slightly warped, so it doesn't close all the way, and then it flies open in the breeze.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop it from banging. I'm gonna keep it open.
Well, if there are children here, we should probably announce ourselves. Probably where a good
Hello?
idea may be.
Hello?
You call out, and there's a wide entry hall with a floor that's all scuffed up, and there's interior doors to the left and right, and those are hanging kind of crookedly on their hinges too, and a staircase that leads up to the second floor. It's not lit inside, but you do hear the creaking of footsteps on the floorboards above you, and then there's running footsteps that are making their way towards the staircase.
Well, I have an idea of how we can help make a name for ourselves. We could repair this orphanage over the next several months.
Yes, we could.
And you can hear the banging of footprints coming down the stairs towards you, and then they start coming around the corner, and then you hear footprints
Sweet.
running across the floor directly at you. And they
Deer
stop
footprints?
right in front of you. Yeah,
But we don't see people?
no.
Hmm.
Did we come to adopt a ghost child?
And then the footprints
So,
turn and run away and go into this eastern doorway or through it.
Did anybody see invisible things or
I cannot, but I am
Only-
curious.
No.
That was strange.
Yeah.
You open that door up, and there is faded murals of devils painted on the walls of what looks like a playroom. There's nuns of Asmodeus holding their hands with children's, and Asmodeus is smiling down on them. And the room is entirely empty except for a dusty toy box in the center of the room. And as Varen approaches it, it opens into a black void.
oh, we're
Oh
all
boy.
going to die.
Oh man, you found the sphere of annihilation.
Time to play,
Shame.
time to play.
Oh.
Varen has to make a will save, as does everybody else in the room and in line of sight of the box, which is everybody
I
but
should have been.
Stormcrow.
I should have been
Uh,
in the room. I just didn't move myself.
I'm assuming
Oh,
you
you
said
want
there
to be in
were
there too?
you said there were devil faces all over
Yeah,
the
I would
wall
have
and
gone.
stuff. I'm assuming my devil's advocate would not apply to this.
Oh, whoops! I
But
just meant to include Stormcrow there. No, there's no real devils at play here. These are just drawings.
I didn't catch what I rolled, but I saw it was the
You
evil
failed.
image.
You failed.
oof.
Oh, Natera's crit fails.
Ew.
I am going to use a hero point.
2 points.
Well, I turned a crit fail into a crit fail.
no!
gonna-
And then Min failed. Okay.
I'm going to use a hero point as well, but
Oh, Liam succeeded. Okay, Liam, you are frightened 1. Varen is frightened 4.
Ah!
Stormcrow frightened 1.
Oh boy. With like 6 dice.
Min
Wow.
is frightened 2.
use a hero point. Is it a pop out again, or you just rolled it?
You click the roll that you did in chat there, and then there should be a thing that says reroll using a hero point.
Yeah.
Like your click your 13 there in chat.
Yeah, it says pop out message extempore effect.
Are you clicking
Uh,
the number 13, the red number 13?
Yep.
So I actually clicked that thing to
Oh,
the left of it.
Left
It
click it,
looks
left click it. Don't right click it.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Alright.
That's what it was.
I was like, what? Oh, he's right clicking.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
worse.
Excellent.
Oh, no. You are
Worse.
frightened 4.
all right. Well, your
Okay.
combat characters are running, so you guys have fun.
All right, so what this does, so the toy box is opening with a groan, and these are the pictures that you see on the walls. And Anybody who failed or crit failed, you can't reduce your frightened condition below 1.
Oof.
And the rest of you can. And the toy box and all of you rolls for initiative.
You don't understand. Toys are very scary.
Can be.
Oh, now I get to act fast.
All right. Playtime goes first. Uh-oh. So toys start streaming out of the black void of the box, and it belches them in a 15-foot cone of toys.
Oh, I would have had Hush in the room too, so he would have had to, they would have made the save and take this
Fire
damage,
up.
I'm guessing, right? Yeah.
I just hope there are no
Okay,
Legos
sure.
in this toy box, or we're all gonna die.
So here's the save for Hush if you want
Oh
to do
yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's
Oof.
oh boy. Well, I haven't used the hero points, so I mean
We're
oh, you
doing
said
so
left
well.
click this one.
Hold on, I
Hero and keep
can't.
the
I
new
can't
result.
rotate this. There we
Oh, Jesus.
Ah,
go. Nope,
okay.
it was. Oh Jesus!
Reroll
Hold
and we
on.
got a 1.
The roof
Yeah,
is
some couple
killing me.
technical difficulties.
We got 3 crit fails on this.
All right.
I'm telling you, man.
Does this get 3 people? Yeah, it does.
It's
Okay.
all about the toys.
Varenmin and Stormcrow, you guys are gonna have to roll against. We'll do. We'll say these are heavy toys. 3d8 bludgeoning. This is going to be on a reflex save as toys come. Oh, that's a high roll.
Oh boy.
Oh
As
man.
toys come flying out of the toy box. It's a basic save.
Oh baby. Oh boy.
Ooh.
A fail.
Oh,
That would knock me out immediately,
Sheesh.
so I believe. Wait. Yeah, no, not quite, but it would be close.
Oh,
So
not
I'm just
quite.
gonna use my other hero point. Just to see. Ah, it didn't matter. It didn't crit fail though. Oof.
You know, Varen blocks them all. Stormcrow. You nearly get
Oh
knocked out
boy.
by toys flying out. A train set like conks you in the head.
I sure did. I think I want to get out of the way of that. Go hide over here behind the healer.
This is definitely a hazard or a haunt, not a creature. So there's always like ways to disable it and stuff. Or, you know,
Oh yeah.
physical damage sometimes works against these things too.
Okay. Yeah, that's. I don't know if there's anything I could do then to try and. I guess try and recall knowledge. Why not?
Absolutely. Okay, so your best guess, and even you think it's not much of a guess, is like, well, the box is open and it's spewing toys out, so maybe like try to hold it closed. That should do it, right? Like
Yeah.
raw athletics to hold the toy box closed should give people time
Oh
to
boy.
figure something out.
That I'm not good at, but I can shout that out. Keep it shut. Hush does have decent athletics. Maybe I could do. I don't know.
Go Hush.
Yeah, I might as well. I mean, I can command it, and then it'll go over there and try and I don't know, shut it with it. I mean, it's elemental. It looks like a bird, but technically it isn't
Yeah,
one. So
yeah.
it's probably pretty strong. So yeah, I guess I'll make an athletics check with it.
Yeah, it's like it's Hush like flaps its wings and it's just cyclones of air just like are pushing down on
Yeah.
the
19 is remarkably close, but a fail, unfortunately, as the toy box continues flapping and kind of knocks Hush away.
No. Well, I tried, and that is all my action. So
The terrace.
Nateris is going to try to break through his fear to try to figure out what this is and what is causing him to fear what's inside there. So I'm going to do a recall knowledge check to figure out how to disable this thing.
Oh, you have a much better idea. Okay, so using your occultism training with a 2-action activity, you could try to exorcise the spirits of the toy box. Um, or you could even you hear the voice of children saying that it's time to play. It'd probably be hard to do, but you could reason with ghosts. If you can convince them that playtime's over, they might stop trying to play with you. Diplomacy might be an option here too.
Right. So I let them know that as I attempt to use my occultism to get it to shut down.
Sure.
That's my last 2 actions.
Not quite a success, unfortunately. The Frightened 4 is really killing you.
Oh, heck yeah, man. I'm looking at really low stats.
Varen,
Oh, so we don't have to flee for Frightened 4? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
yeah, you don't get
Fleeing condition.
fleeing with this one, yeah.
Well, okay, well, in that case, I will try to close the lid like I was instructed.
You could also use diplomacy to tell the kids the playtime's over.
Yeah,
I think you're probably
It-
better at athletics.
yeah, it might be the same. It is the same, but yeah, I like strongmanning. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it at all, but I like it.
No.
It's like trying to
You
rodeo the
step on a
box. The box is
train
fucking
caboose.
everywhere.
Um,
He's
so
not
I
even
is
feel
it
strong
like
enough to reach for the box. No.
right? Well, those
or
toys are still embedded in my armor, so I
Yeah.
couldn't. It was hard to get to it.
It's the
So
fear, man. It's the fear.
is that what, two
yeah, they're just
actions, or is that a
taking too much.
whole round, or what?
Yeah, disabling a haunt is takes like 2 action activities.
action.
Okay.
That's
So I don't even have my shield on. I don't want to draw a weapon.
kick it.
Uh, yeah, I'll taunt it. I don't think that's gonna work, but I'll taunt it.
All right. Min.
Could be a 2-action activity to try to convince it.
Yep.
No, I think when am I gonna get to use this? I'm gonna step so that I'm in range of everybody. And I want to use my no cause for alarm. It's okay, guys. It's just children's toys. We'll be fine.
Oh, there you go.
Oh wow.
That compares it to the
What
will DC of
is?
everyone. The highest one is 9 or 20 from Stormcrow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna re-roll that with a hero point.
How do you get it to only
Nice.
2 actions? Because that makes it way better. Oh, that's the one of the optional
That's
rules,
the
huh?
plus version.
Yeah, because the
Yeah,
3-action version is pointless.
Re-roll a hero point. Hey,
Oh,
it's
there
way
you go.
better.
That beats everybody.
All right, so on a success, that'll reduce everyone's frightened condition by 1. Does that affect?
It crit succeeds on the terrorist. His will DC is very low.
Yeah.
It also crit succeeds on Varen.
Oh, damn. But they can't reduce it below 1, correct?
But that just takes it to 1, so we're still good.
Yeah.
Does that affect me too?
I imagine it would affect you. Be silly if it didn't.
And yeah, it's amazing how low your will
Yeah.
saves can be when you're frightened 4. So
I sometimes mix up
Oh,
game
yeah.
systems, and I know another one. It's just like AoE effects that you emanate don't hit yourself technically. So I want to double check, but okay.
It won't crit succeed on you, but it does succeed.
All right. So, well, I think mine's
Like
gonna go
this-
down to 1 anyway at the end of my turn, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
All right, Liam. Nobody panic.
Now it's 3-action heal.
maybe.
Technically, well, Materis isn't hurt, but he wouldn't get reached.
Oh, look at that. 6 HP to everybody.
Yeah, and also potentially 6 damage if it's undead or unholy, because I've got divine castigation.
And I would definitely say that there's some undead things happening here, so I'll have it roll.
Ooh,
It crit succeeds, unfortunately.
unfortunately.
All right, that was my turn. It was three.
All right, it is going to continue spewing toys out. I think it'll hit Liam, Min, and Varen again. 4.
How do I
Let's
reset target?
How do you reset targets?
Well, yeah. Oh, never mind. I got it.
3d8. Let's do slashing this time. Let's hope it's a low roll. Hey, very
That's
low
a
roll.
pretty low
So it was
roll.
a very
And then
low.
here's the save. 3d8 can be pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
man. It is a 15-foot cone that it's spewing it out of. It's just wherever it's
Ooh.
facing, so you can use that info too. Oh, geez. Liam takes double as well. And that is all it does. Just continues spitting out toys. Storm Crow.
All right. I mean, I do not have diplomacy, so I'll just have Hush try and slam it shut again.
Yep.
Eh,
Come on, Hush.
mm,
Maybe.
No,
Good
he had a
day.
19 last time and it didn't work.
Yeah. And then wait, that's 2 actions, or
Well, if you order Hush to do it, it gives him 2 actions, so you also have your own 2 actions.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't really have any of those, so I just maybe battle medicine myself because I'm not feeling good. And then did you say that the macro's not working?
Just for assurance.
Just for assurance.
Oh, because I don't have the macro on my bar anymore. Is there an easy way to get it back?
Yeah, it says no matching macro anymore.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it is
I'll
gone.
put it.
You
It's
just
here
go
in
to
the
the
chat.
compendium pack and type battle medicine.
Oh, say again?
You just go to the compendium pack and type battle medicine.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Which?
There you go.
Oh, well, that works. Thank you.
You can drag that
All
onto
right.
your bar too,
It's back.
Go
as long
ahead
as it's not a
and
locked bar.
use that. I didn't.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh man, I hurt myself. What do I just roll the
Only on a crit failure.
No,
Oh
just a
no,
only
regular
crit
fail.
fail. Yeah, so nothing happens, and
nothing
I'm still
happens.
immune to it. Yeah. So oh well. I'll raise my shield as my last action. That
Get some
is
block
3
damage in.
Yeah, might as well. All right.
Okay.
Nataris is going
Nataris.
to try occultism again to get these children to quit. Go back to the hells you came from.
Mhm.
Oh, you didn't need to roll that secret here. That is a success. You
Cool.
pull out some occult instruments, burn some candles, throw some sage at them or something, and the kids they say, "Oh, all right." And they go back in the toy box, and all the toys get sucked back into it, and then it latches shut and kind of shudders to a close.
That's it.
That is it.
Yes.
Oh,
Woohoo!
It was just a
You
little
all
bit
get
of dust. Just
you
needed some
get
dust.
60 XP for telling kids to stop playing with toys.
Stop playing.
60?
60, yep.
Okay,
That why
so we
parents
had
age so fast?
770.
Yeah.
770. Yep.
All right, just
That
to save
that
some
gave me the
effort here.
shivers.
I'm just gonna pop a healing here.
Yeah.
Another heal.
Huh.
Yeah, I was also going to do the same.
I could still hear the children.
You can. Coming from the hallway, from upstairs. The terrace, there's footprints, like bare, wet footprints on the floor that seem to travel up and down the stairs every so often.
I kind of, guys, this isn't over yet. There's some wet footprints out here. Is there
I will
anything
say
else
that
in that room?
this place looks like a completely trashed and place that's been abandoned for years, not a place that's been abandoned for like 2 weeks.
This is strange. This
If
is
we
very
spend a minute,
strange.
does the frightened fall off?
Yes, yeah, you can take that off now. It's as long as the box was open, so.
We should still take a peek in this other room.
You open that up, and there is 2 table sets, one for kids, one for adults. The large one for adults doesn't have anything on it, but the small one has 4 plates on it with no utensils.
Hmm. Dusty in here. Let's open a window.
As you approach the table, you hear a noise from somewhere. It's a set of dinner bells.
Ooh,
Dinner
I'm hungry.
time, dinner time. And then the plates start to hover off the table, and you hear children laughing as they start to frisbee around the room violently. And that is yet another haunting.
Oh boy.
But I think we'll deal with that one next time, as you guys get invited to a food fight.
Ooh.
Just with no food. It's like a food fight for orphans, I guess.
I'm armed with 5 rations. I don't know what's coming.
We'll put a pause in things there, as luckily nobody has died. And as Varen has pointed out, nobody even went unconscious.
Ah.
Yeah.
We're close.
And hand out some hero points, as I'm sure you'll need them for next time as we explore this totally not haunted orphanage.
No. No, it's
That,
just
appar-
abandoned. All they
that
did was
apparently,
leave. There's nothing wrong with it.
yeah, they seem to have left like 3 weeks ago, but it looks like it's been abandoned for like 3 years. So I wonder what's up with that. Very strange. Let's hand out hero points starting with, I suppose, Stormcrow this week. Who do you want to give one to?
That's a good question. I suppose I'll tip the healer because I got real hurt there, and it was helpful being less hurt. Pretty close to being knocked unconscious immediately.
Yeah, that opening salvo is like, oh well, that makes my my turn pretty straightforward.
And
All right, Liam, what about you?
I think I'll go with Min.
Mindy. All right, Mindy did some healing this session as well. Got to show off a new summon with the Sprig Jack. I like it. Who are you giving yours to?
I'm giving it to Natarius for being a good parental figure in time with children.
I will say I ran this encounter with another group, and there's like 2 moms in that group, and when they heard that they could just tell the kids to go to bed, they put their mom voices on, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I feel
need to go to
fucking
bed.
embarrassed. Yeah, I was like, "God
I need to
damn!"
go to bed. Hold up, game's over, guys. Sorry.
Ended the session right
They're
there,
like,
actually.
"Stop playing now!" And I was like, "Oh fuck, that works." I mean,
I mean, it did work because as soon as we got done playing with the kids, we're logging off to go to bed.
true. Yeah, fair enough. All right, Nateris, who are you giving yours to?
I give it to Varen for being my fellow partner in fear.
Right? Apparently, we needed it.
Critical failures. We need to be afraid of children.
All right. Well, then let's just keep it going, and I'll give mine to Stormcrow. For because he apparently needs a little help tracking at times, so we'll all have two again.
Yeah, when he was like so self-deprecating about that tracking.
Oh,
No, yeah,
yeah.
that's his
I'm
thing, man. He's
useless.
upset.
There's no reason to live anymore. All right, awesome. Well, we'll be back next week to figure out what's going on in the orphanage and check out what these evil nun sisters are up to, and that should be a wrap on chapter 2.
And I will actually be gone for the next 2 sessions, so I'll catch you guys
Oh no.
in next month.
I did see that, so Mindy's gonna have to do all the healing now.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's why I have it in there. I can forego summoning cannon fodder and Sprigjack.
All right. Well, thanks for
Perfect.
watching, everybody.
All right, well, have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next week. And for you, Will, I guess we'll see you next month.
Yeah.
Please like, share, subscribe, etc., etc.
Take care.
Take
And
it easy. Have a
also
good night, guys.
leave a comment if you want me to post our make a build guide video for the characters in this campaign. I'd love to do that too. So thanks again for watching. See you later.